He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it the break.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKay's on touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
To Alliance Orthopedics and go visit.
He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it the break.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKay's on touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
It has been 1,071 days since the last time the James Caldwell Chiefs lost a football game. The opponent that day, back on November 6, 2020, the Cedar Grove Panthers. The two teams meet here tonight under the lights in our game of the week here on D1 Media Pro as James Caldwell back on the road to take on Cedar Grove. Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the D1 Media Pro page of the National Federation of High School Sports. I'm Kevin Connolly, joined alongside my broadcast partner, Joseph Henry. And Joe, two undefeateds. There's only a handful of teams still unbeaten left here in New Jersey. One of those teams is going to be eliminated here tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, should be a fantastic matchup between these two teams. Both play really good defense. They get turnovers and help their offense out, but two very contrasting styles of offense. Caldwell, they love to run the football, and they do so extremely well. And then Cedar Grove, they can air it out with their quarterback, Stephen Paradiso. So going to be an interesting contrast of styles here tonight.
Yeah, Caldwell, we'll talk about them. The visitors come in 6-0 on the season. Mentioned that they have not lost since November 6, 2020. It came against Cedar Grove. It was 1,071 days ago. It's a 34-game winning streak for the Chiefs, and this is a Cedar Grove team that thinks they have the horses this season to compete with a team like Caldwell.
Yeah, I mean, Caldwell is just dominating from top to bottom. You know, their only close game, like you said, versus West Essex. They won that one 21-14, but they still were pretty dominating. Besides that, they've only given up 17 points in 5 games, and their offense is averaging 35.8 points per game. They are just blazing teams, running the football so well. You know, their quarterback, Louis Anamoni, didn't even play last week, and they still had a dominating win.
Yeah, you talk about their offense. You said averaging 35.8 points per game. Their defense only gives up 5.1 points per game, and those 14 points they gave up against West Essex, that's the most they surrendered in a game this season. Flip over to the Cedar Grove side, 7-0. They were picked to finish first in the Super Football Conference National Red Division. They have equally as powerful of an offense and as stout of a defense, averaging 37.1 points per game and only giving up 8 points per contest.
Yeah, Kevin, all of their games have just been absolute blowouts, very similar to Caldwell, except they played on September 10th at Shabazz. They won that one 25-24, but still another one of those games where you have a lead going into the fourth quarter and the other team tries to claw back, but not close enough. So both of these teams are just playing dominating football. Steven Paradiso, the junior quarterback, he's got 1,502 passing yards, currently 22 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. He's also run for 104 yards and 6 touchdowns, so just an offensive weapon for them right now. He's been slinging it all over the yard. Very impressive stuff for this offense.
Should be a good one here under the lights at Cedar Grove High School. Packed crowd on hand for a battle of unbeatens. Caldwell on the road to take on Cedar Grove. We'll be back with a whole lot more right after this here on D1 Media Pro. Back here at Cedar Grove High School, awaiting the arrival of the two teams here this evening as Caldwell takes on Cedar Grove. Joe, we can get into a conversation here about both these teams. They are unbeaten, but there are still over 100 teams unbeaten left here in New Jersey. These two teams not ranked inside the top 20, perhaps a little bit because of the competition that they have played. But like they said, you can make your own schedule here in high school football, but you still have to play the teams in your division, and you got to beat them, and that's what these two teams have done so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, there's no question about it. Both of these teams have been dominating so far, but this is really the type of game that would send you into the ranking if you can beat another top tier team in your category. We talked about this before, that these teams, you know, they don't have amazing depth. They've got guys playing on both sides of the ball. You don't usually see that with ranked teams. Usually they have guys for each side. These are both, I believe, public schools as well. That really changes things up. Both of these teams playing very well, but they're not going to get the benefit of the doubt like some other schools might. So they're going to have to beat a big-time team. Like one of these teams, whoever comes out on top, feel like they have a chance to move into the ranking, but still it's unknown given really the competition level. Like you said, Kevin, they haven't played anybody.
This is the fourth straight year these two teams are playing each other. Got to go way back to 2020 for the first time in this little bit of a series that was on hiatus since 2015. Cedar Grove won that game. Last two have been won by Caldwell as a part of their 34-game winning streak. So the Chiefs certainly looking to make it 35 here tonight on the road, and they have been outstanding in road games this season. 3 road contests for Caldwell, outscoring their opponents 39-5 in those games on average.
Yeah, just really great stuff. They're doing a fantastic job going on the road, hostile situations, and still performing. And like you said, with this little series, Caldwell won at home against Cedar Grove 28-7. Before that, Caldwell won 30-22, so a little bit of a closer matchup. And last time, these quarterbacks actually faced off, so it's a little bit of a rematch here this season. Steven Paradiso in his first season as a starter, he was pretty solid, 148 yards and a touchdown, but Caldwell, Louis Anamoni threw 2 interceptions and only 40 passing yards, so trying to have a little bit of a better game and really get some revenge against this Cedar Grove defense.
Crowd still filing in here at Cedar Grove High School, expecting a packed crowd here this evening. Student section continuing to fill up right below us here near midfield. Caldwell taking the field. They're about to emerge through their cheerleaders, burst through their sign, and take the field here on this Friday night. Caldwell will be in blue helmets, white jerseys, and white pants here on the road. When Cedar Grove makes their emergence, they'll be in all black. However, here come the undefeated Chiefs, looking to make it 35 in a row. Caldwell led by second-year head coach Todd Romano. And Joe, nice to begin your career 19-0.
Yeah, not something you really get with a lot of coaches, but he came into a situation that was already really thriving, had already come off an undefeated season thanks to the head coach Tom Lamont, who actually retired after a 12-0 season in 2021 to 2022. And then since then, Todd Romano has taken over, and he's just been excellent, Kevin. So, but, you know, we all know that first loss is coming sometime, could come tonight, like you said. Feels like this Cedar Grove team feels like they've got a good chance against Caldwell. So we're going to have to see, but he's going to lose sometime, and Cedar Grove's thinking could be tonight.
Well, Caldwell on the field. We await the home squad making their appearance in front of a raucous crowd here in Cedar Grove. We'll step aside for a quick timeout and be back after this.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Back here at Cedar Grove High School, anticipation building for the arrival of the Panthers. Trying to knock Caldwell from the unbeatens, trying to continue an undefeated season of their own, and more importantly, trying to snap a 34-game winning streak from the visitors.
Yeah, Kevin, when you look at the schedules for both these teams, it feels like this is definitely the toughest game they'll play all season long. Whoever wins this one feels like they have a chance to go undefeated, and then we'll see what happens in the playoffs. But whoever loses this one, this could be your only loss of the season. This is the biggest game of the year, excluding the playoffs. So you got to come out here on a Friday night, have a good showing, especially Cedar Grove at home. They've lost the last two matchups. They've got a rematch of last year when they lost by 21 points, the largest in this three-game series that we've had over the past three seasons.
Both teams winning their individual group championships, state championships last season. And now the Panthers of Cedar Grove ready to make their arrival here to the home crowd. They have the cheerleaders, the junior cheerleaders, the junior football teams all lined up on the hash marks, ready to greet the Cedar Grove Panthers as they will be led out of the locker room from their senior stud, Nick Iannacone.
Kevin, he's just been a threat on the offensive end and on the defensive end, forcing turnovers, getting touchdowns, so crucial to this team on both ends.
This team is confident. They're prepared. They have an expectation of winning this football game. And here they come. Here come the Panthers. 7-0 on the season. Only one game decided by a single possession. It was decided by a single point earlier this season on the road against Shabazz. James Caldwell, 6-0. Only one game decided by one possession. And we're moments away from kicking this one off on a perfect Friday night for football. Temperatures in the high 50s, clear skies above, rain in the forecast for tomorrow, but we're not worried about that right now. We have a beautiful evening for football between two teams that are in the Super Essex Conference, but in terms of the Super Football Conference in football, different divisions. Caldwell in the Super Football Conference American Gold Division, Cedar Grove in the National Red Division, both picked to finish first in their divisions and both well on their way to doing so.
Kevin, this is exactly what you want. Football in the fall, 2 top-ranked teams, Friday night lights. It can't get better than this. A little bit of a rivalry these past few seasons. Last year, Cedar Grove didn't play as close as they hoped for, so this is going to be a good one. Very excited to be here, Kevin.
Well, we're going to stay live right here for the playing of our national anthem ahead of Caldwell and Cedar Grove.
Captains for Caldwell will be Julia Casal, Joey Marinello, and Louis Amarone. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to ask everyone to please stand and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam? These broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the...
Well, we're just about set to go here between Caldwell and Cedar Grove. A battle of unbeatens here in New Jersey. A rivalry that has been brewing for the last couple of years, and Cedar Grove looking to make the biggest mark in this series between the two teams, trying to knock Caldwell's 34 straight game winning streak and make it history.
Kevin, both these defenses are very good. I'd say they're pretty evenly matched on the defensive side, but on offense, just who knows? Usually you say when it comes to college or the NFL, whoever has the better quarterback is going to get the win. But in high school, if you can run the football very well and really take away time of possession for the other team, you've got a great chance. This is why this Cedar Grove team is really struggling sometimes to run the football, and they got to do a better job with that. But you know, the Chiefs are really having a great season so far running the football.
Joe, let's take a look at your keys to the game for these two programs here today.
Yeah, Kevin, first off, for James Caldwell, I'm going to say make the offense uncomfortable on the other side. If you can get to Paradiso, make him throw some throws he doesn't really want to and check it down and air it out in situations that he's uncomfortable with, you're going to have a really good chance in this one. And the next step, run the football. That's what they do so well. We talk about this. Their quarterback, their running backs, they can just run it amazing. And then Cedar Grove, air it out. That's your strength. That's what Paradiso does last season. He was such a great quarterback this season. He's going to shatter his numbers from last year, playing very well so far. So you got to find a way to get the ball downfield. And then next, capitalize on turnovers. Their defense does a great job getting it back to their offense. When that happens, you have to capitalize on that. Last time these two teams faced off, the quarterback for the Chiefs turned it over 2 times. You have to be able to capitalize on that and get points.
Cedar Grove has won the toss, elected to defer their option to the second half, so it'll be Caldwell football here to start, and we're going to get our first look at quarterback Louis Anamone. We mentioned didn't play last week in the 42-7 victory against Madison. Nothing that we've heard signals that was because of injury, maybe just giving him a week off with Caldwell rolling this season and wanting to get their quarterback off their feet there for that game.
Yeah, you want to get him to prepared for this one. This is such a massive game. You just want him as healthy as possible. Could have had a small lingering thing you just want to clear up. We didn't get any official details on this. I don't think anybody did, but a really good situation here. Resting a little bit. Paradiso did play last week, so maybe a little bit more wear on his tires, but we'll see. Anamone, if he's got fresh legs, that's going to be a real burner, and he's going to have to find a way to get in the end zone.
Nick Mignone, the do-it-all man for Caldwell, was their quarterback last week. He was 4 of 5 for 74 yards, threw two touchdowns, and added 44 yards on the ground and rushed for 1 as well. Caldwell started the game against Madison off last week with a bang. Jake Grusas returned the opening kick for a touchdown. He's back deep to receive here for Caldwell. Sebastian Kovacs will get set to send it deep for Cedar Grove. Cedar Grove is in the black. Caldwell is in the white. It's a perfect Friday night for football, and let's get this one underway. Alongside Jose Henry, I'm Kevin Connolly. These two teams are ready. Sit back and relax. A matchup of two unbeatens is underway here in Cedar Grove, and it's a high end-over-end kick fielded at the 6-yard line by Grusas. Still trying to make a couple of men miss, but he's not going to run this one back to the house as Cedar Grove had it played perfectly, and they bring him down at the 19-yard line. So that's where this Caldwell offense will start.
Kevin, you can tell this crowd is electric right now. They really expect Cedar Grove to come out with a bang and get the win here. The past 2 times these teams have faced off, they've lost. Last time in somewhat blowout fashion. They were only down by 7 going into halftime, lost that one by 21. So they're looking for the Panthers to come out here with a bang, and this defense certainly has the capabilities to do that.
Well, here comes the Caldwell offense. Really, everybody can do a little bit of something. And it's Louis Anamone who will take his spot in the shotgun. It's a run-first team is Caldwell, but might have some tricks up their sleeve and air it out as they go empty here on first down. Anamone tries to call his own number, picks up a yard, and it brings up 2nd and 9. When you look at this Caldwell offense, Joe, you have to keep your eyes on number 33, Joey Marinello.
Kevin, he's just been so dominant on the ground. 600-plus rushing yards, a lot of touchdowns, and he's catching passes too. So just a dual threat, number 33. He's going to be a big one there. He was in the backfield. They motioned him out in the empty set. They like him as a receiver, specifically in the slot, so going to see a whole lot of him in the pass-catching game. 9 touchdowns on the ground, 2 through the air. He scored a touchdown in every game this season for Caldwell. Has 100 yards rushing as well in every game except for 2. Another man comes in motion. It's Mike Mignone. It's a handoff right up the middle, and that'll gain about 4 yards, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Caldwell here in their opening possession. Kevin, very interested to see what the play call is here. Heard some Caldwell coaches talking pregame about how they want to air it out a little bit more. Wonder if we're going to see that here on this 3rd and 5, or maybe they'll go with a run up the middle, maybe on the outside, trying to get this 1st down.
And Joe, you start to think about for Caldwell, or maybe even for Cedar Grove as well. Caldwell, run-heavy team. If they stick to that formula here today for Cedar Grove, you don't know how many times you're going to get the football, because when you run, you naturally chew clock as well. But we'll see here with Caldwell head coach Todd Romano draws up on a 3rd down and 5. They have to get to the 29-yard line to move the chains. Grusas, the man in motion, handoff up the middle, and that one's going nowhere. Cedar Grove all over it. 4 bodies to the football as Nick Mignone has nowhere to go, and Caldwell goes 3 and out, and they're forced to punt on their opening drive.
Kevin, not what you want, especially when you give your quarterback a week off. Just a few runs up the middle, no crazy space. You can tell this Cedar Grove defensive line is coming in. These linebackers stuffing the gaps. Really impressive stuff, like you said, Kevin. And what you talked about with time of possession, you don't know how long it's going to take this Chiefs team to get the offense going, so you have to capitalize on their possessions.
Sean Murtaugh on to punt. High snap, no rush from Cedar Grove. High end over end, a wobbly kick that's fielded inside the 40-yard line by Jackson Morris, and he will be brought down at the 37-yard line. So the Cedar Grove defense does their job on their opening possession, and now they turn things over to their quarterback, Stephen Paradiso, and you're going to really see a contrast of styles. Caldwell likes to run the football. Cedar Grove will air it out, and air it out some more.
And Kevin Paradiso in his junior season now, he's got some experience under his belt, started all of last year. I believe only one play his freshman year, which you said was a game winner. So he's used to these big-time moments, and you can see him walking out there. He's very ready for this game. Probably the biggest game of the season for them, and got to get the win. Your defense got the job. Now you got to score. And also a contrast of styles. Both these defenses hold their opponents to under 10 points per game. Paradiso to the air on first down. It's caught. Jackson Morris on the reception. He gets hit immediately by Mike Mignone. It's a pickup of 9 yards. Having a nice little seam route there, but just stopped and came back to it. Really good stuff there. Good timing with the quarterback. Takes a while to get into that communication ability with your receivers, and nice job there.
Gianluca Targia is the starting running back today for Cedar Grove, as they'll find him coming out of the backfield. 2 for 2 is Paradiso, and Cedar Grove's got a first down, and they're inside Caldwell territory.
And you can tell they're very confident with their offense right now. Kevin going the hurry up, Paradiso not even running. He's strutting to the offensive line. He knows that he could have a big game in this one. Just got to deliver on some passes and back-to-back darts there. You can tell the timing has been worked on. The accuracy is there. Just got to keep it up.
5 wide out set here for the Panthers as Caldwell brings the blitz. Paradiso nowhere to go with flags down, and he just throws it away into the Cedar Grove bench. But looks like this could be a hold on the Panthers, and it will be.
Yeah, Kevin, a little bit of a drive killer there, but would have been a good job there by Paradiso getting out of the tackle box and throwing that one away and giving you a 2nd and 10. But now a little bit of distance. For a team like the Chiefs and Caldwell, maybe not the situation you want because you have to run the football, but for Paradiso, he can easily get a big chunk gain through the air and get them right back into 3rd and short territory.
So first down and 20 for Cedar Grove. They go all the way back to their own 46-yard line. Bubble pass out to Morris. Makes the first man miss. Jackson Morris now with space, trying to turn it upfield, and gets brought down just shy of midfield as Dom Velarde comes in on the tackle.
Really nice job there by the Caldwell defense, Kevin. You read that initial one-on-one, you get juked out by Morris, but then the secondary comes in to help and bring the tackle down now, set up a 2nd and long situation.
Now they pick up 3 yards, 2nd down and 17 for Cedar Grove. Led by head coach Rob Goggerty in his 8th season, enters with a 59-21 record.
Yeah, really impressive stuff here, Kevin. He's been fantastic these past few seasons. Just a lot of wins between these two teams and head coaches.
Another empty set here for Paradiso and the Panthers. Caldwell brings blitz once again. Paradiso with time, uncorks a bomb into double coverage, and it's broken up incomplete.
Kevin, not sure what he saw there. Maybe an initial matchup, but then the safety came in. That was double coverage as it could be. Thought that was going to be a pick, but nice job there by the receiver batting that one down and stopping Caldwell from getting another possession.
Nick Mignone was on the coverage for Caldwell as Nick Iannacone was the intended target for Cedar Grove. Brings up 3rd down and 17 here for the Panthers, and movement up front. They'll get a free 5 yards as Caldwell jumps offside.
Nice job with Paradiso with the hard count. Really important there to make your 3rd and long a little bit shorter. Impressive stuff so far from him. Seems very cool, collected in the quarterback room. So impressed by what I'm seeing so far. Just got to try to convert this one because once you give it back to Caldwell, who knows if their offense is going to start to take off.
So now a 3rd down and 12 for Cedar Grove. Much more manageable than a 3rd and 17. Paradiso, clean pocket, steps up, it's high and it's intercepted. Mignone on the pick, and Caldwell forces their first turnover of the evening. It's Nick Mignone playing center field and caught a fastball from Paradiso.
Absolutely disappointing there, Kevin, for the Cedar Grove team. Only his 4th interception of the season. Paradiso would love to have this one back, but Kevin, back-to-back passes downfield that were just not the best. Double coverage, and then I'm not sure who he was looking at there. Would need to see a replay, but not what you want. And now this is a perfect situation for Caldwell because you don't even have to work it upfield. You're already around midfield, and now they want to get their offense going here.
Well, it leads us right into Nick Mignone. A lot of these Caldwell players are multi-sport athletes in high school. And you talk about a baseball player. Now, you say they're a utility player. That's exactly what Nick Mignone is for this football team. He can play quarterback, he can play running back, he can play receiver, and he plays defense. That's his first interception of the season. At quarterback this season, he's 5 of 6 for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. At running back, as that handoff from Marinello, and he falls forward for a couple. At running back for Nick Mignone, he's rushed the ball 29 times coming into this game for 236 yards and 4 touchdowns. He has 6 receptions for 23 yards as a receiver, and on defense, he's made 31 tackles here and picks up his first interception of the season tonight. So literally the definition of a do-it-all player.
Yeah, Kevin, he's just an Iron Man, a classic 1950s football player on both sides of the field getting it done. That's really what you look for, and for these teams that don't have the depth to have 11 starters on both sides of the football, a guy like that is so valuable, so versatile. He started the game at quarterback last week, and they got the win. Shows you how important he is to this team.
A 4-yard carry for Marinello on first down. Mignone motions out to the far side, and Louis Anamone calls his own number, runs right into the line of scrimmage, and he gets pushed forward inside Cedar Grove territory, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 from the Panther 49 for Caldwell.
Very impressed by what I'm seeing so far from the Cedar Grove defense, but also Caldwell. You know, when you run the football so much, you're thinking maybe some, abstract play design, some pitch plays, things like that running outside. Right now, it's just up the gut, straight up the middle. They must love their center and guard combo because it's just right up the middle. Maybe not the strategy they're going to stick with the whole game, but as for right now, in another 3rd down situation.
3rd down and a short 3. Anamone hands, Marinello runs forward, and he's right on the marker. He's got enough for a 1st down.
Big 3rd down conversion here for the Chiefs, Kevin. That's exactly what you need. You got to keep your drives going. You capitalize on the turnover. That first drive didn't go how anybody wanted it. To run it over and over, you want to tire out this Cedar Grove team.
Now, we haven't really talked about it yet, Joe. I know you love talking about the big boys up front. That's going to be a big deciding factor in tonight's game. Is going to be what offense and defensive line can exert their will up front.
And Kevin, looking at these guys, they're not the biggest, they're not the strongest, but it's all going to be about the technique tonight. Who's got the better technique? Who's got the better footwork?
Man in motion is Gruzas. They'll pitch it to him on the far side. Makes a couple of men miss, able to get back to the line of scrimmage, and gets pushed forward for a gain of 2.
Little pitch play there, Kevin, trying to diversify this offense a little bit. Wonder if they're going to throw the ball at all. In a situation like this when the defense is so prepared for the run, you wonder if that's the perfect time for a little play action, something like that, fake out the defense.
And now we have an injured Cedar Grove player coming to the sideline, and it looks like that's Anthony Tronio. So Tronio holding his arms as he comes to the sideline. 2-way player for Cedar Grove, one of their couple of players that start at running back and then a linebacker on their team. So he goes to the training table to get checked out. And you also have Nick Genuaro, a lineman, getting taped up there on the sideline. So a couple of Cedar Grove players getting checked out on the sideline. Injury timeout with 4:35 left to go as both teams will be brought back out on the field.
After the injury timeout.
So it's a 2nd down and 8 for Caldwell. Keep an eye on the training table over there for Cedar Grove. 2nd possession of the game for the Chiefs. They went 3 and out. Then they were able to intercept Paradiso. Marinello motions out. Anamone under pressure. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield, trying to direct traffic. And then he'll jump out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
And Kevin, you can see he was trying to fake out the linebackers there, pump fake, and also trying to direct his receivers downfield. He hasn't thrown it yet. I don't think the defense was faked out on that one, but a good job with him evading the rusher and getting out on the right side for some free yards there. Kevin, the more I think about it, these two teams so evenly matched up. Wonder if this might be a little bit of a defensive battle. Obviously, these offenses so prolific, both averaging over 35 points per game, but these defenses not too stingy either.
Mark him out at the 41, where it'll be a 3rd down and 2 for Caldwell. Cedar Grove showing pressure. Marinello behind Anamone in the shotgun. They'll hand it to Marinello on 3rd down again. He dives forward. I'm not sure if he got there. He's short.
Yeah, Kevin, looks like he's about a yard or 2 short of the marker there, but this offense looks like it's got no intention to get off the field.
So Caldwell picks up a yard on 3rd and 2, brings up 4th and 1, and the offense stays out there for the Chiefs with under 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
Big opportunity here, Kevin, for Caldwell. You know, Paradiso just threw a pick. You get a turnover. Can't imagine he's going to have a lot more of those, only his 4th on the season, so you have to capitalize on the turnover.
Ball's at the 38, has to get to the 37. Going to go back, and Amon pulls it, and he's got the first down. Cedar Grove read it perfectly, but great quarterback play from Louis Anamone, pulling it right out of the stomach of Marinello to pick up the first down with his legs. So quarterback Joe that came into this game with 301 yards on the ground and 6 rushing touchdowns for Caldwell.
Yeah, Kevin, so impressive. When you have a mobile quarterback, those RPOs are just fantastic and really difficult for opposing defenses to read. It can go either way. You can hand it off to the running back, keep it to yourself. You can do it all. Ruzas,
the man in motion, they'll give it to him on the jet sweep, and he will get spun down from behind. Connor Kearney, one of the ones in on the tackle, as well as Bobby Kelly. It's a loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Kevin, those jet sweep plays always so risky. You can either go for a big gain or a short gain. It can get blown up really bad. It depends. There, got blown up. Not a huge loss, but still you'd love to have that back, especially when you're going to be running the football.
Anthony Tronio up and moving around on the bench for Cedar Grove, as there's a little bit of a trick play as Marinello escapes up the far sideline and gets brought down from behind inside the 20-yard line.
Kevin, absolutely loved the design of that one. Looked like the quarterback ran almost for a pitch play on the right side, and then the running back stayed out there on the left for a draw play. Took that one all the way to the left side with a blocker. The linebackers were completely fooled, and he got ahead for a nice gain. So a huge first down pickup here for Caldwell.
Down to the 17-yard line of Cedar Grove. Caldwell trying to cash in on the Panthers' interception. Back to Marinello on the ground, and he'll dive forward inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the opening quarter.
Kevin, I would absolutely love to see this Caldwell team run some hard play action. Maybe a bootleg with the tight end, something like that. Feels like this Cedar Grove defense would be completely fooled. Amazing opportunity there. We'll see if they pull one of those. I think it would be great in the end zone. And the way they're running the football, the defense has to play against the run, so that's going to open up passing opportunities for you.
Nick Mignone and Joey Marinello in the backfield with Anamone. It's a play action. Throw out far side. Mignone, one-handed catch. He reels it in for a touchdown. What a catch on that far side from Nick Mignone. And Caldwell strikes first here in the battle of unbeatens.
So impressive there, Kevin. Hard play action on the left side. Keeps it himself, and then a one-on-one matchup in the end zone. Just got ahead of his receiver, but that was a one-handed catch, I believe, and then brought in the other arm to cradle that. Really impressive stuff there. Nice job by the DB, but just too much speed for this Caldwell team. Looks like a little bit of an interesting formation here as they might go for 2, might kick it.
They'll come back and close to the line of scrimmage and kick it. The first receiving touchdown from Nick Mignone on the season. 5th passing touchdown from Louis Anamone. On for the extra point is Sean Murtaugh, and he punches it home. Caldwell strikes first here against Cedar Grove with 1:05 to go here in the first. It's the Chiefs 7 and the Panthers nothing. Nick Mignone, the first touchdown for Caldwell. On a pass from about 12 yards out from Louis Anamone has the Chiefs on the board here against Cedar Grove with 65 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Kevin Connolly here with you, joined alongside Joseph Henry for our Game of the Week here on the D1 Media Pro page on the National Federation of High School Sports. Short end over end kick that's fielded at the 20-yard line by Cedar Grove, and they'll immediately go out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for Cedar Grove as Stephen Paradiso will come back out trying to shake off the interception. Came into this game only with 3 total picks on the season, Joe, and throws a pick on the first drive on a ball that just sailed and got away from him.
Yeah, Kevin, Cedar Grove has got to have a bounce-back drive against a team like Caldwell that is so fast-paced with their run game. You're going to have a hard time keeping up with them. You know they can put up points. You have to have a bounce-back drive here. Maybe try to get a little bit more creative with the offense. Run the football once or twice. Back-to-back tough passes by Paradiso to end the drive.
They're going to throw a quick pass out to the far side, and it's complete. Just shy of the 40-yard line. Nick Iannacone on the reception. Still no Anthony Tronio to begin this drive for Cedar Grove. Still getting checked out by the team doctors on the sideline. Under a minute to go here in this first quarter. It was a pickup of 6 yards on first down. 2nd and 4. Paradiso to the air again. Screen pass. There's Morris. Morris with space inside Caldwell territory as he's spun down at the 45-yard line.
Kevin, what a job there. A little play action, leak design. Quarterback fake the handoff. Then your running back goes from left to right down the sideline. Really great stuff there. Beautiful, accurate ball. Paradiso delivers it with a lot of speed and velocity. Way to get it to his player there.
See what Cedar Grove wants to do here. They don't have to run a play before the end of this first quarter, but they'll come to the line of scrimmage with 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Paradiso takes the snap, quick pass out to the near side, and in and out of the hands of Morris. Referees quickly come in and say it's an incomplete pass, so it'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 4 seconds remaining.
Kevin, we've seen that play before, a little bubble screen on the left side. Didn't work then, it didn't work now. Seems like this defense is just reading that one way too well. They know it's going to be a pass, and they know where it's going, so maybe try to avoid that one out of the playbook for the next few quarters.
So barring a defensive penalty, this will be the final play of the first quarter. 2nd down and 10 for Cedar Grove inside Caldwell territory. Paradiso, pass out far side. Iannacone on the reception once again. Brought down after a gain of 4, and that will do it for the first quarter. Cedar Grove trying to answer Caldwell's touchdown after they cashed in on the Paradiso interception. After 12 minutes of play, it's Caldwell 7, Cedar Grove nothing, right here on D1 Media Pro. Start of the second quarter here between Cedar Grove and Caldwell. It's a 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers. As we begin this second quarter, Kevin Connolly, Joseph Henry with you live here on D1 Media Pro. Paradiso to the air, quick pass out to the flat. It's caught by the tailback, and barreling his way inside the 25-yard line is Gianluca Targia.
Kevin, really nice play there by Paradiso. Before in the last drive when he had the interception, we saw him look downfield back-to-back times into double coverage. Got picked off there, checking it down. I really like that. Get the first down, move on.
Second reception of the night from Targia. Flea flicker action here for Cedar Grove, and Paradiso forced to just throw it away. They motioned over Iannacone and flipping it back to Paradiso. Had 2 men downfield, but Caldwell read it perfectly.
Yeah, Kevin, just heavy pressure there. Paradiso, very smart with the football on these heavy pressure plays. Ran all the way to the right side, just threw that one out of bounds. Hasn't really been in sack pressure so far. You can tell he's got some experience under him. He's got some tenacity. He knows what he's doing out there.
Second year as the starting quarterback for Stephen Paradiso, the junior. We'll have 4 receivers split out to the wide left of the field. 2nd down and 10. Quick pass out to the near side. It's caught, staying in bounds, and cutting back upfield, cutting into the end zone for a touchdown is Nick Iannacone. Outstanding individual play from Iannacone on the curl route. Breaks a couple of tackles, stays in bounds, and Cedar Grove an extra point away from tying this one up.
Kevin, and this is what the Cedar Grove team does. They throw the short pass, and then they get it to their playmakers. Iannacone breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets all the way to the house for a quick answer back touchdown. Really impressive stuff here by the senior playmaker. That's what you love to have. Paradiso delivers it quick, and then your playmakers make something happen.
11:27 to go here in the second quarter. And out comes Sebastian Kovacs on for the extra point. Then you're going to see one of those funky formations here for Cedar Grove as the offensive line comes back in unison. And then some movement. Whistles come in and blow the play dead. I think Caldwell might have came across the line of scrimmage. We'll have to see what the officials rule. And it's going to be an encroachment on Caldwell. So to move the ball half the distance to the goal, moves it from the 3 to the 1.5, and now you have to make a decision if you're Rob Gogarty, and I think he's trying to say they wanted to enforce it on the kickoff, and they will. So the ball will stay at the 3-yard line, and those 5 yards will be enforced on the kickoff. So Kovac's going to stay on for the point after attempt.
Kevin, you got to wonder if all of this is maybe icing your kicker a little bit here. You know, all this fuss might make the kick a little bit more difficult. As we'll get another whistle blown here. More
whistles come in to blow the play dead. Kovacs on the season is 27 of 29 on extra points. He's also 5 of 9 on field goal attempts. So certainly a big leg. And now the officials are going to come over and talk to Cedar Grove head coach Rob Gogarty. So I think the officials told him that he can't enforce the penalty on the kickoff because it was a pre-snap penalty on Caldwell. And now it looks like his offense is going to come back out on the field and go for 2 as they move the ball up to the 1.5-yard line.
Kevin, definitely a little bit unorthodox when you think about going for 2-point conversions. But here, listen, the penalty happened. Just try to punch it in and take the lead here.
So offense back out on the field for Cedar Grove after the offside on Caldwell. Going for 2 to try and take a lead on the Chiefs. And now it looks like the offense is calling for somebody to come back out on the field. They might only have 10 guys out there.
A lot of miscommunication right now, Kevin.
Nick Genuero was the one to come on late here for the Panthers. And now the play clock's going to be ticking down for Cedar Grove. They're going to hurry to the line of scrimmage. Going for 2. First time today under center is Paradiso. And penalty flags fly once again. Did Cedar Grove get a timeout in time? Yes, they did before the play clock expired. So Cedar Grove burns their first timeout of this first half. 11:27 left to go. Looks like they're going to leave their offense out there and go for 2 after the touchdown to Nick Iannacone.
Come on, Ray. Oh, come on. Oh, what a bad call. You have no business being out there. Terrible.
You know, I'm a person too.
A lot of confusion here at Cedar Grove after the touchdown for the Panthers. An offside on Caldwell has moved the ball from the 3 to the 1.5. Timeout called that the play clock ran down on the Panthers, and their offense comes back out to go for 2. Trying to take a lead here on Caldwell. Paradiso for the first time comes under center. It'll be a jet sweep, and the football comes out. Paradiso jumps on it, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. They tried to run a jet sweep to Iannacone, and the exchange with Paradiso was not clean, so 2-point conversion no good, and Caldwell will have a 1-point lead.
You know, Kevin, looked like that would have been a good 2-point conversion. There are a lot of space, specifically between the right guard and the right tackle. Could have been a successful jet sweep, but didn't work out. A lot of miscommunication there, and Paradiso, obviously not what he wanted to have happen. But Kevin, yet again, a very savvy football player, just falls down on the ball, knows to try to not scoop it up, make a play, and then potentially Caldwell's got it going the other way, and they get 2 points of their own. Very impressed with his savviness in the game so far. Seems like a very smart football player. And, you know, one good thing about all this mishaps and all this hijinks, I'll say, is it's a lot more time that Caldwell's offense has had to wait. You know, and this is a team that likes to thrive on time of possession running the football. So pretty good when you think about trying to stop them from having the ball, even if it leads to a few penalties, a timeout taken. Got to be happy with that.
So 7-6, Caldwell leads Cedar Grove. Just underway here in this second quarter. 2 drives in the first for the Chiefs, a 3-and-out, and then after an interception of Paradiso, went about 60 yards to score a touchdown. It was a beauty to Nick Mignone. Strong kick from Kovacs, who will go into the end zone for a touchback. Joe, we were talking about a pregame. His long on a made field goal, 43 yards, and you can see why with the leg he has.
Yeah, Kevin, that was very impressive stuff. I mean, you don't really see this at the high school level. You're lucky if you can even make a 10-yard field goal with some of these guys, but really impressed by what I'm seeing so far from him. Feel like that extra point would have been way good, and you know, maybe a few field goal opportunities. When you have a guy like that, it just makes the game a lot easier. If you're on a 4th and goal at about the 7-yard line, you don't have to go for it because you know he can easily get you 3 points.
So Caldwell's offense back to work as they'll start from the 20-yard line. Louis Anamone found Nick Mignone in the front corner of the end zone where Mignone made an incredible catch for the first touchdown of the game for the Chiefs. Anamone flips it out, far side. Michael Mignone on the reception, and he picks up about 5.
Kevin, back-to-back passes for this Caldwell offense. Not sure if they've done that all season. You have the touchdown pass, and then you start off here. But when you run the football so well, you got to go play action. It's so easy because the defense has to bite on the run, or else you're going to burn them on the ground. So I really like what I'm seeing from this Caldwell offense so far in terms of the play calling. Would love some more deep play action stuff, especially downfield if you get a 2nd and short opportunity.
Now you look at Jake Ruzas and Mike Mignone. Both come into this game with 12 receptions as they'll go back to the ground here for Marinello. Tries to bounce it outside and gets brought down after a gain of 2 yards. So it brings up 3rd and 3 for Caldwell.
Yeah, Kevin, big opportunity here for both teams. For Caldwell, you get the first down, you keep the clock running, and you try to get a touchdown to answer back. But for Cedar Grove's defense, if you can get the stop here, give it back to your red-hot offense, that's really going to help you out here. You need a lead against a team like Caldwell because if you allow them to play bully football the whole game, you don't really have a chance.
So 3rd down and 3 upcoming for the Chiefs. Marinello will be in the shotgun with Anamone. Ruzas, the man in motion, they'll give it to him, and he's wrapped up back behind the line of scrimmage. There's Bobby Kelly on the tackle for loss.
And Kevin Kelly has been a dynamic player all season long for this Cedar Grove defense. Such a big player for them, making plays all over the field, and now a huge play made on 3rd down in deep territory. So now Cedar Grove's offense going to have a fantastic chance here.
It's a loss of 4 yards on the play as Jackson Morris comes out to field the punt for Cedar Grove.
Beautifully read play there, Kevin. A little bit of trickery there, trying to get him back behind the line of scrimmage. Really impressed by this Cedar Grove defense.
Caldwell only with 10 guys out on the field ahead of this punt. Murtaugh's punt is a high spiraling kick as Morris fields it on the move, and he's got blockers inside Caldwell territory, lowers his shoulder inside the 40-yard line, and Cedar Grove will bring their offense back out from the Caldwell 38.
Kevin, you can tell Cedar Grove, there's a lot of energy in the house right now. We've had 2 plays where we've actually been shaken up here because the stands are just so electric. It was on the touchdown, and then just now on the Bobby Kelly tackle for loss.
9 minutes left to go here in the first half, and Cedar Grove starting this drive from the Caldwell 38-yard line thanks to an incredible return from Jackson Morris. Touchdown pass last time out from Stephen Paradiso to Nick Iannacone. 2-point conversion failed. That's why Cedar Grove still trails by a point. Paradiso to the air, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, downfield, Iannacone's got it! Touchdown, Cedar Grove! A dime from the junior to the senior as penalty flags fly after the play. But Cedar Grove takes a lead here on Caldwell, one play after the great punt return from Morris.
Looks like this one's coming back, Kevin.
Well, the flag's going to be for excessive celebration. So touchdown stands. That'll be enforced on the kickoff. And now another decision from Rob Goggerty. And it looks like he's going to keep his offense out there and go for 2 again to try and make this a 7-point game.
Kevin really just trying to get this 2-point conversion go. I'm not sure how I'd feel if I was their kicker right now, but amazing, amazing play there. Drop that one in a bucket deep to Iannacone. That's exactly what you want on a deep throw. He's your best playmaker. Amazing connection between Paradiso and Iannacone.
Nick Iannacone has had a touchdown in every game this season except for one. He's got 2 here tonight. Paradiso again under center. Jet sweep Iannacone trying to find the corner. He's got nowhere to go and he's dragged down from behind. So Cedar Grove gambles again, trying to go for 2. They're now 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions, and they'll remain with a 12-7 lead.
And Kevin, do my eyes deceive me, or is that the exact same play just ran on the opposite side? It was another jet sweep.
It was the exact same play. This time the handoff was successful between Paradiso and Iannacone, but the 2-point conversion unsuccessful. And again, with that, it all stems back to that offside Caldwell had on the Cedar Grove initial point after attempt. And then you get to the 1.5-yard line. You want to move the football closer, go for 2. We've seen that a ton at the collegiate and professional level, and it comes back to hurt Cedar Grove.
Kevin, it's just a classic example of football, how one thing happens and then it affects the whole game. That simple penalty led to a crazy situation.
So Cedar Grove ready to send it deep once again with a 5-point lead here against Caldwell. But nonetheless, Joe, we expected it. This Panther team was coming ready to play. They had a belief they could win this football game, and they're showing it here through a quarter and a half.
Yeah, Kevin, they're just doing everything right. They're dominating on the trenches. Their defense really doing a great job stopping the run for Caldwell. Their only score so far came through the air, which is not really common. And also their quarterback, Paradiso, just looks calm out there. He's just slinging it back and forth. No running back needed. He's in the shotgun empty set most of the time. Really impressive stuff. And Iannacone is just having what a night here, Kevin. A little bit confused on that second 2-point conversion call, why you go back to the jet sweep on the opposite side. Feels like trying to get a little bit tricky there, mix up the defense, but feels like if you just give it to Paradiso on that drop back, he's going to make something happen.
Another touchback from Sebastian Kovacs. As here comes the Caldwell offense. Had a punt last time out. Man comes in motion, Anamone fakes it to him, throws over the middle, got a man wide open, in stride, there's Jake Grusas. It'll be a foot race to the end zone. Grusas inside the 20, bounces outside, and there's your response from the Chiefs. 80 yards, and Caldwell responds as Louis Anamone finds Jake Grusas, and once you get him in space, you're not going to catch up to him.
Kevin, I'm speechless. What a play there. I mean, such a crazy play call on 1st and 10 for this offense when you know how much they love running the football, to just do a play action. Again, you know the defense is going to bite on it, so you take advantage of that. And then what a job there by Grusas, just running downfield, making guys miss. What a lethal player for this offense.
And again, you see the field goal unit go wide. They'll come back in tight for the line of scrimmage and attempt the point after, trying to make it a 2-point game as Sean Murtaugh. 1 for 1 on extra points here tonight. On the season, he is 27 of 30, and that one is sent right through and good. We got a good one on our hands. These offenses kicking it into high gear. Caldwell responds after the Cedar Grove touchdown to go back in front. 14-12 here on a Friday night in northern New Jersey.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling.
8:40 to go here in the second quarter. Joe, the two missed two-point conversions from Cedar Grove looming large. The only reason why we're not tied at 14.
Yeah, Kevin, this is really going to be affecting the entire game because now what would be a 14-14 game or even a 14-13 game if one of them had been good or you just kicked the extra point, now it's all messed up because now you're constantly going to be trailing. So they got to come out, and you know what the thing is? You have to go for two again almost, right? So now it's just to be an endless loop, having to go for it, go for it, go for it.
Well, that kick goes right out of bounds. So it'll be a free kick out of bounds and good starting field position here for Cedar Grove. And coming into this game, we knew the connection was strong between Stephen Paradiso and Nick Iannacone. That has been on full display here tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, in any level of football, one of the most important connections is between a quarterback and his top target. Obviously, you look around the league in the NFL, you know, obviously Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, then you have Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp. In any level, high school, pee-wee, you have to have a guy that you trust. And here it's so clear that Paradiso loves and trusts Iannacone, and you can see it there on back-to-back plays. Huge touchdowns, just amazing stuff. He can get it done with a lot of space.
Well, this is interesting. I've never seen this before at any level of football. Cedar Grove accepting the penalty on the free kick out of bounds, but making Caldwell kick it again, and they'll have to kick it now from the 35-yard line. Joe, I've never seen that before. I've always seen the team take the ball wherever the jurisdiction has it. If it's the NFL, it's at the 40-yard line. I think college might be the 30 or 35, high school around there as well. But I've never seen a team have the other team kick it again. But that's what Cedar Grove is going to do here. They're going to make Caldwell kick it again.
You can tell Cedar Grove very confident in their kick returners. They feel like they can get open in space. We saw that before on one of their last drives. So I feel like they have a lot of confidence in their guys. Got to respect that.
Well, Murtaugh will kick it again. This time having a backpedal is Xavier Andujar. It bounces inside the 5-yard line. He'll flip it over to Morris. Morris to the 15 and gets brought down. So that decision backfires on Cedar Grove.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, Cedar Grove doing a really great job on offense and defense, but we have to be honest, some tough decisions so far. Obviously, you go for two with a jet sweep of the second time on the opposite side. Doesn't work out for you. And then here on the kick, you know, you trust in your returners. Morris has done a really good job, but you can't have that happen. You got to accept it because who knows what's going to happen on a kickoff. Felt like he thought that was going to bounce inside the end zone. It didn't, so we had to scoop it up. Just some tough choices so far here, Kevin.
So now Cedar Grove, instead of starting out by the 30-yard line, has to start at their own 15. Iannacone, quick pass out for Morris, stays in bounds and is finally run out right around the 22-yard line.
Kevin, we've seen this design a whole lot. Play action, fake it, you go on the right side. Really like it. It's working for this team right now. You got to keep that going. They like their guys in space. A lot of speed on the Cedar Grove offense.
So Jackson Maurice really playing well for Cedar Grove here tonight. As Paradiso will go empty set, 4 receivers split out to the near side of your screen.
Looks like Iannacone's way offsides there.
Quick pass out to the far side. That's complete. It's Nick Russo. Russo makes the first man miss and gets dragged down just shy of the 45-yard line. First reception of the night from Nick Russo.
Really impressive stuff there, Kevin, but looked like a missed call by the refs there as Iannacone was maybe 2 to 3 yards offsides up ahead. Maybe got a little bit of an earlier jump on his route. Didn't end up affecting the play, but cannot have that happen.
Russo been quiet tonight. Came into this game with 7 touchdown receptions on just 19 catches this season. And he has his first catch of the night 8 minutes into this second quarter. Paradiso again. Deep bomb downfield. Iannacone can't catch up to it.
Kevin, you can tell he wanted that one bad. They like that play. Another one-on-one, but just overthrew that one. Got to give credit where credit's due, though. That was fantastic coverage there by the Chiefs. Really good stuff on a one-on-one matchup.
Jake Grusas on the coverage for Caldwell, and we've said it earlier, you're going to hear a lot of the same names talking about both sides of the football for these two teams tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, they've got a lot of Ironmen on offense and on defense. To hear Grusas, he's been a great player on offense and on defense. Really impressive stuff here so far from him.
So 2nd down and 10 for Cedar Grove from their own 44. Iannacone, the man in motion. They'll flip it out to him, and it goes right through his hands. Good play design from Cedar Grove, but Iannacone not able to squeeze it.
Kevin, when you have a quarterback that can really throw the football, it opens up the offense for you. It feels like this Cedar Grove offense can really do whatever they want. I don't know if we've seen them run the football yet, but they probably could if they wanted to. You know, the way their offensive line is playing, holding up in this pass protection. They're really just going to pick apart these matchups. Feels like the Chiefs are in a little bit of a man-to-man right now as opposed to a zone, so they're getting a lot of one-on-one matchups, specifically with guys like Iannacone and Morris, and they love that because they feel like these playmakers can burn these guys.
Yeah, Cedar Grove has not run the football yet here tonight. That pass over the middle, and it's caught. Had plenty of room to run, did Targia, but he falls down just shy of midfield. It'll bring up 4th down. High school rules the same as college. When you're down, you're down. You don't have to be down by contact. So now what does Cedar Grove do? They have not punted yet tonight, and their offense for the time being is going to stay out there here on a 4th down and 6 with 7.5 to go in their own territory. Quick pass out to the far side, and it's incomplete. Paradiso and Iannacone not on the same page. Cedar Grove turns it over on down in their own territory, and now Caldwell will start on the plus side of the 50 with a 2-point lead and 7:19 to go in the second quarter.
You know, Kevin, both teams are playing very well, but we have to point it out. Cedar Grove, a lot of baffling decisions to start off. Going for it in your own territory at midfield, especially with that play design. You know, Paradiso been so good tonight, but he stared down that route the entire time. Iannacone had no chance on it, and it was a very fast throw. He didn't even have time to come out of his break, so not loving the play calling and decision-making from Cedar Grove right now.
Yeah, you make a good point. That's 4 decisions that you really scratch your head about for Cedar Grove here tonight. Looks like the receivers might have gotten an early start on that one, as Iannacone might have gotten his fingertips on that pass from Iannacone, and it falls incomplete.
And you know, Kevin, 4 poor decisions, or let's say head-scratching decisions instead, in a game like this is really bad. Because this is a game that you have to be performing at your highest level. And the coaching has been very good, but these are 4 decisions that they probably wish they could have back.
Yeah, 2 two-point conversions. Not taking the free kick out of bounds, forcing Caldwell to kick again, and then starting from your own 15-yard line and then going forward on a 4th and 6 inside your own territory, trailing by 2. See if the Cedar Grove defense can stand tall and make a stop. 2nd down and 10. Iannacone rolling out, throws across his body, got his man right at the sticks. It's Dom Velarde, and they are going to mark him about a half-yard shy. It'll be 3rd and inches.
And you know, Kevin, the way we just said Cedar Grove could probably run the football if they want to. They just choose not to. It seems like it's the same thing here with Caldwell. They can throw the football if they want to. They just choose not to because their running game is superior. But right now, these play-action plays, just slinging it to the sideline, I love what I'm seeing.
If I was Caldwell here, I'd ask for a measurement. I mean, that ball is right on the stick. Caldwell needs about an inch to move the chains. To get an inch, Iannacone trying to do it himself. He reaches forward. He didn't get there. He lost yards on the play. Louis Iannacone trying to do it himself instead of using Joey Marinello. And it brings up 4th down, and Caldwell going to leave the offense out there and go for it down at the 39-yard line. They have to get to the 38 to move the chains.
You know, Kevin, could not agree more about the measurement. Felt like that was a first down. Felt like we were looking at a first down. They just chose not to ask for it. But here, you know, it looks like they're going to go for it really. Yeah, almost have to in this situation because you can't really punt the football.
Cedar Grove stacking the line. Grusas comes in motion. They'll give it to Marinello. He gets hit in the backfield. He didn't get there. The Cedar Grove defense stands tall once again and forces the turnover on downs. 3rd and inches, 4th and 1. Caldwell goes backwards both times.
Kevin, say what you want about these offenses, but these defenses are having themselves a day out here. Amazing stuff on 4th down by both these teams, just getting to the line of scrimmage. It's a battle in the trenches right now, and both teams are just having a good one.
And with 5:44 to go, the Cedar Grove offense will come back out on the field after their defense stands tall yet again. Paradiso, he's going to run. First rushing attempt we've seen tonight for Cedar Grove as Paradiso picks up 4.
Yeah, Kevin, they're in a fantastic spot right now. You want to slow down the offense a little bit. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left. You have the ball down by 2. You get the ball at the half. You're not going to be able to milk it fully that you give it back to them with no time left, but you can try to cut it down.
Paradiso to the air, wide open near side. That's Iannacone. Tries to make the first man miss and then gets swung down inside Caldwell territory, right around the 45-yard line. Jake Grusas in on the tackle.
You know, Kevin, Paradiso, a little bit of a bigger guy, got some stock to him, so these runs, he can really take a few tackles, don't have to worry about injury as much.
All 5 wide receivers out to the far side. Paradiso gonna run it again, and he slides down after a gain of maybe a yard.
Kevin, feels like Paradiso knows so well how to take care of the football. He slides, he gets out of bounds, he throws it away when there's nothing there. He's not making silly mistakes. You know, that's really he's not trying to shoot the team in the foot, and that's really valuable for just a junior quarterback in high school.
2nd down and 9. Paradiso, quick pass, far side, there's Russo. Russo breaks free, he's got a 1st down, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
And Kevin, you see Russo staring down the Caldwell student sections there. A little bit of a nice move, trying to chirp a little bit. Really awesome stuff there after a big play.
Marked down at the 29 has Cedar Grove on the move once again. Trailing by 2 here against Caldwell. .427 left to play here in the 2nd quarter. Cedar Grove has held the lead tonight. It was 12-7. Caldwell answered 1 play later with an 80-yard touchdown. Paradiso again to the air. He's got plenty of time. Swings a pass out. That's Maurice. And he gets brought down after short gain. Picked up 2. But it feels like Jackson Maurice, he's being the check down man for Stephen Paradiso all night long.
Kevin, got to get more pressure if you're Caldwell. Too many times Paradiso has rolled out of the pocket. Nothing really urgent. We saw it once or twice. He's thrown it away. You got to get sacks. You got to get in his face. Maybe try to tip the ball, get a fumble, something like that. This Caldwell defense doing a good job, but still, you got to hit harder in the trenches.
Under 4 minutes to play. Maurice, the man in motion. Paradiso will try and swing it out. Iannacone was double covered, and it was knocked free as all over him was Sean Murtaugh.
Kevin, they love those plays. Play action, then you roll everybody to the right side. You got wide receivers, tight ends, running back, your quarterback, the linemen are hustling over, trying to get over as fast as they can. Too crowded there, nobody open. Got to do a better job there, not throwing into double coverage.
So 3rd down and 8 for Cedar Grove. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. So right about on the edge of field goal range for Sebastian Kovacs. Again, we told you he's 5 of 9 on the season. His long, according to the stats listed on NJ.com, was 43 yards.
That's shocking.
So you're right on the edge right now of field goal range for Kovacs. But Paradiso thinking about a 1st down. Shovel pass to Maurice. He somehow comes up with it and gets down to the 25-yard line. So he picks up about 2. And it brings up 4th and 6.
Kevin, they've been watching too much Andy Reid out here doing spin moves, shovel passes, things like that. They're trying to act like Mike McDaniel out here.
And the offense stays out on the field on 4th down here for Cedar Grove, but a timeout first called by Caldwell. Todd Romano calls timeout ahead of the 4th down play. 3:16 to go. Both teams going to talk this one over. as Caldwell has a 14-12 lead on Cedar Grove.
I'd like to remind you one more time.
So the timeout from Caldwell has changed the mind of Cedar Grove head coach Rob Goggerty. Sebastian Kovacs comes out on the field, and it looks like Cedar Grove is going to try the field goal. Ball at the 25-yard line, so about a 42-yard field goal here from Kovacs. He's got a massive leg. His long on the season is 43 yards.
Kevin, I've never seen this at the high school level.
Iannacone to hold. Good snap, good hold. Kick is a line drive going towards the uprights, and it has plenty of leg, and it's good. Sebastian Kovacs, the man with the massive boot, drills it through the uprights for Cedar Grove, and they go on top 15-14. What a decision from the Cedar Grove head coach, having the faith and trust in his kicker. Joe, that might have been good from 50.
Kevin, that was fascinating. Listen, I've done a lot of high school football games, and I know you have too. I have never seen a kick that deep at the high school level. Normally, once you get past 25, you're just going for it. And the way this Cedar Grove coaching staff has been all game, they've been aggressive. Fourth downs in their own territory. They're to take the easy play call with a field goal on the 43-yard line. Genuinely shocking, but you can tell this Cedar Grove coaching staff said, listen, let's tone it down a little bit. Let's take the easy play. Let's trust our kicker. And, man, what a leg this guy has.
42-yard field goal. Sebastian Kovacs is good, and it puts Cedar Grove back on top 15-14 with 3:11 to go here before halftime. Caldwell gets the football. Remember, Cedar Grove gets the ball to start the second half. So big drive upcoming here for the Chiefs. Kovacs will send it deep. His previous kicks down this end of the field have all been touchbacks, and this is a high end-over-end kick. It won't be a touchback as it's bobbled by Mignon, inside the 5-yard line. Penalty flags fly as Grusas tries to maneuver out of it. He's still on his feet. Whistles will finally blow it dead, as we'll have to check the flag that's thrown at the 15-yard line.
And number 20, Michael Leo.
So as we check the markers, 3:04 to play here in the second. It's going to be a block in the back on Caldwell, and the ball's going to go all the way back down to the 5-yard line, just outside the 5-yard line. So that's where Caldwell will start this drive with 3 minutes to go before halftime and 2 timeouts.
Kevin, Caldwell, we've seen them run the football all season long, but these past few drives since they got that touchdown, it's been about passing it. So I'm interested to see what the play calling is going to be like here in their own 5-yard line. Obviously, not the best situation to run the football or even throw it, so it's a little bit risky here in the way this Cedar Grove defense has been playing. They're going to have to be careful.
Cedar Grove has 2 timeouts as well. Here comes Louis Iannacone. Caldwell turns it over on downs, and they're going to get a free 5 yards. Cedar Grove jumped, and Nick Genuaro can't believe that he came off sides.
Kevin, that's absolutely what you need here if you're Caldwell. You move the football up, you reduce safety worries, and now you're in a much better spot. But if you're Cedar Grove, you can tell they were just chomping at the bit. They wanted to get in there fast. Have to control that here. You have to be controlled emotion.
Keep it on the ground on 1st down and 5. Marinello tries to break it, and he gets tripped up from behind by Nick Iannacone. It's a gain of 4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 1, and now you have to wonder how fast Caldwell wants to go here with under 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, Kevin, down by 1. Cedar Grove gets the ball at the half, so what's your strategy? 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. They're not really rushing to put it together. Do you just want to take it to half down by 1? If you stop them, then you're down by still 1 score. Or are you going to try to go hurry up? Seems like they're going maybe as slow as possible.
No urgency here from Caldwell. Grusas and Michael Mignon split out near side. Marinello in the backfield with Anamone. They'll fake it to him. Anamone rolls out, throws over the middle. Grusas dives, and he's unable to reel it in. And penalty flag comes in, thrown just outside the 30-yard line as Grusas still down for Caldwell. He'll be helped to his feet. Cedar Grove head coach Rob Goggerty is irate on the sideline over something, but the flag is going to be on Caldwell. Going to be an offensive pass interference on the Chiefs.
You know, Kevin, even if that was caught, it still wouldn't count because of the penalty, but it is worth noting, had an open man, he dropped it, but you have to consider the fact Caldwell really doesn't throw the football that much, so how many pass-catching reps do these guys have? You obviously do it in practice, but you have to have that game experience. We see Paradiso with Iannacone. That's a relationship here. What relationship do these players have when it comes to passing the football?
So with the penalty, pushes Caldwell back near the original line of scrimmage where it'll be 2nd down and 9. And then whistles come in, blowing the play dead. A timeout has been called by the Chiefs. So 2:09 left to play here in the second. Caldwell calls timeout, trailing by a point, and they'll have 2nd down and long when we return here on D1 Media Pro.
Come on! Oh, what a bad call! You have no business being out there.
You know, I'm a person too.
One timeout remaining for Caldwell on a 2nd down and 9 from their own 7-yard line. Kevin Connolly, Joseph Henry with you live here on D1 Media Pro. Pass interference has put Caldwell back in the shadow of their own goal line as they'll throw a pass out to the far side. That's complete. Right near the sticks is Michael Mignone. It's going to be dependent on the spot whether he picked up the 1st down or it's going to be a 3rd and 1. And it's going to be a 3rd down and 1, just shy. Got out of bounds to stop the clock with 2:02 remaining.
Kevin, that really switches up the play calling, because if that's the 1st down, you're still airing it out. Now that you're going in the hurry-up offense here, do you run it up the middle? There's no 2-minute warning in high school, so you got to be careful with it.
Well, big play here for the Cedar Grove defense. If they're able to get a stop, they could call timeout and think about perhaps scoring at the end of halftime and then get the ball to start the second half as well. So big play upcoming here in this first half. It's a 3rd down and 1 for Caldwell from their own 15. Chiefs come to the line of scrimmage, needing a yard. They had a 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. Last time they had the football and went backwards on both plays. They're going to go to the air here, try to set up a screen. Marinello can't reel it in. The outstanding first half from Bobby Kelly continues as he got to Marinello, and now the punt team coming out for Caldwell.
Kevin, what a game so far by Bobby Kelly, and the play call there, you know, I get it. You want to pass it, get the 1st down, but now Cedar Grove gets it back, and the clock isn't even running. You know, they're 2 minutes. They still got their timeouts, only 2 of them because they burned one before, but still a really great opportunity here for Paradiso.
Maurice standing at the Caldwell 45-yard line. As Murtaugh is on to punt for Caldwell. And he calmly steps into it as Maurice will field at midfield. He's got a ton of room to work. Penalty flags fly as Maurice gets inside the 40-yard line and brought down near the 35. Cedar Grove not happy with the call. They're going to get a block in the back on the Panthers.
Kevin, these returns are always so risky. You don't know when it's going to be called or when it's not going to be called. It feels like there's always a block in the back, whether the refs see it or not, and here it ends up being called.
So an illegal block in the back on Cedar Grove. 2 flags were actually thrown on that block. So 1:48, 2 timeouts, and after the penalty, Cedar Grove will be starting inside their own territory as compared to right around the Caldwell 40. They'll start from their own 41. So with how quickly this offense is able to move down the field in explosive plays and chunk plays, still a ton of time for Cedar Grove to get points, and obviously we've already seen they got a strong kicker, so they don't necessarily have to get into the end zone.
Yeah, Kevin, Cedar Grove is in a fantastic spot here. They're already going hurry-up offense normally, so not much of a change. They're probably going to speed it up a little bit, but still, and this quick pass game, it's going to work perfectly for them in this 2-minute drill. Just got to keep playing safe football, try to keep your lead going into the half, whether you add on to it or not.
Paradiso threw an interception on the first drive of the game for Cedar Grove. Been almost perfect since. A couple of touchdown passes to Nick Iannacone. He'll go to the air here on first down. He's looking for Iannacone once again. And did he stay in bounds? No, he did not. Iannacone was able to catch it, but couldn't get a foot down in bounds. Both referees all over it. And no debate as that play happened right on the Cedar Grove sideline.
Kevin was not sure at all if he got 1 footer down or not. Looked like he might have, but man, what an attempt at the catch. Nick Iannacone really just such a playmaker on both sides of the ball.
2nd and 10, Paradiso calls his own number, and he gets wrapped up after a gain of a yard. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 9. Caldwell still with 1 timeout, not using it here with a minute and a half to go before halftime.
We'll bring up 3rd down for Cedar Grove, 3rd down and 9. The ball on their own 41-yard line.
So 3rd down and 9. Cedar Grove taking their time. They get the football to start the second half. And again, they'll look over to the sideline as the play clock winds down here for the Panthers. Under a minute left to play here in the second quarter. They'll snap the ball. Traditional handoff for Cedar Grove as nothing comes of it. It'll be a gain of about 3 yards. 43 seconds left to go here in the half, and that might just about do it, but hang on. Caldwell's going to say, we want to force you to punt the football. They're going to use a timeout here with 37 seconds left. So final timeout used by the Chiefs. They're going to force Cedar Grove to punt the football and try and do something of their own offensively here in the final half minute.
Kevin, I've been very surprised by this Cedar Grove coaching staff. You started off very aggressive. You have some calls that don't go your way, but now these past few plays, you know, they get the field goal, but you had an opportunity on a 4th and 2. That's a good one. But now, 3rd and 9 with about a minute and change left. You still have 2 timeouts. You have Paradiso. It's only a 3rd down. Not sure why they didn't make any attempts downfield there. You know, their defense has been playing lights out against this Caldwell team that is known for running the football, so it's not like they're going to be airing it out on deep passes that you can't cover or aren't used to covering. So a little bit surprised there. Feel like that one, you know, but going with the safe choice. You get the ball at the half. I respect it.
Jake Grusas back to receive the punt. First punt of the game for Cedar Grove, and Paradiso serves as the team's punter. Good snap to him. Strong punt with his right leg. Forces Grusas back. Receives the punt. Tries to make a couple of men miss. And then gets brought down.
Tackled on the play by number 4, Jerry Targia.
Jerry Targia on the tackle for Cedar Grove. His first tackle of the game. Kills 10 seconds off the clock, so 27 seconds remain. No timeouts left for Caldwell. And they're at the 29-yard line. Excuse me, 24-yard line. So do you want to be aggressive here if you're Todd Romano?
You know, Kevin, the way this first half's gone so far, I think you just take a knee, run this football, just try to get into half. You're down by 1 point. You've played pretty good, but a little bit messy on the offensive end. I think you just want to take this one into the half and try to stop Cedar Grove coming out into the 3rd quarter.
So Louis Anamone looks like he's going to go under center. Everyone gathers around him at the line of scrimmage, and it looks like that is exactly what Caldwell will do. They will take a knee. Cedar Grove has 2 timeouts. They're not going to use either, and we are going to go to halftime here at Cedar Grove. The Panthers have a 15-14 lead over James Caldwell, who entered this game with a 34-game winning streak. 2 unbeatens going toe-to-toe here in northern New Jersey on a Friday night. Kevin Connolly, Joseph Henry with you here on the D1 Media Pro page on the National Federation of High School Sports. The Cedar Grove touchdowns both to Nick Iannacone. Caldwell, Nick Mignone has a touchdown reception, as does Jake Grusas. The big play is the 42-yard field goal from Sebastian Kovacs. That is the difference in the football game right now. We'll talk to you after halftime as Cedar Grove goes into the locker room with a 1-point lead over Caldwell.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it for Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKay touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Frazier wins it. The championship.
No business being out there.
You know, I'm a person too.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Yeah. They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling.
It's his responsibility as Maldonado cranks one into deep left field. You can forget about that. Chris Maldonado with home run number 2 today. He's got
as this one is ripped into left field. A bat flip and a homer for Tyler.
Pitch is hit in the air, left field. Going over Fiore. He's back at the track, at the wall. It's gone. A leadoff home run for St. Joseph's Regional. Ellis Garcia gets things started for the Green Knights. Here in the payoff pitch is hit in the air, deep right center field. That ball is high, it is far, and it is gone! A grand slam for Matthew Monteleone. And it kicks and fires. That pitch is hit in the air, deep right field. Get out of town! Michael, you laid it up, and Marcus Johnson smacked it out of the yard. A leadoff bomb from the Cougars center fielder. Play the 1-2. Hit in the air, deep left field. That ball is high, it is far, it is long gone off the house. Makai Moore with a go-ahead 2-run shot way out of here at Miller. Pitch is a breaking ball, cut on and missed. Hard strikes out the side of the third. We head to the home half. But the first pitch to Hollander is belted in the air, deep left field. That ball is high, it is far, and it is gone. Matthew Hollander wastes no time, getting Milburn on the board here in the first inning. Thomason, handoff, has room. He's got the first down. He stays on his feet. Thomason dives. Touchdown!
First title since 2016. Phillips with numbers 3-on-1. The finish and a 4-point Pirate lead.
Pitch is hit in the air, right field. Reed going back on it. He's still back. He's looking up, and it one hopped up against the wall. On his way to score is Harcourt. Heading to third is Sprock. He'll put the brakes on and scamper back to second base. There's a shot and a goal! Charles Giordano to put Seton Hall Prep up 2, and they're 5:37 away. Up by 2. They have a 2-on-1. The puck is jarred free. Mendoza scores! The puck was knocked free right to the stick of Rocco Mendoza, and it's 4-1 Pirates.
Glover, 1-on-1 with the basket. Oh, Jaden Glover! With the windmill to send this place into a frenzy. And to the corner, Lawrence. No-look pass, and Wilcher lays it in. Wilcher to the hole. Simeon Wilcher starting to heat up. He's got 4 points, and Roselle Catholic leads by 11.
Watson to his brother, and Tariq is fouled and hits it. They'll go to the line for 1.
They'll pick it up, the clock will move. Lawrence with Adams on him, lost his footing, gets a shot up, and he gets it to go. At the buzzer, Jamarcus Lawrence, a big first quarter for the Nebraska commit. He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it from Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. time touchdown.
In for the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Loser wins it. The championship.
You know, I'm a person too.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Yeah. They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling.
It's his responsibility as Maldonado cranks one into deep left field. You can forget about that. Chris Maldonado with home run number 2 today. He's got
as this one is ripped into left field. A bat flip and a homer for Tyler.
Pitch is hit in the air, left field, going over Fiore. He's back at the track, at the wall. It's gone. A leadoff home run for St. Joseph's Regional. Ellis Garcia gets things started for the Green Knights. Here in the payoff pitch is hit in the air, deep right center field. That ball is high, it is far, and it is gone! A grand slam for Matthew Monteleone. And it kicks and fires. That pitch is hit in the air, deep right field. Get out of town! Michael, you laid it up, and Marcus Johnson smacked it out of the yard. A leadoff bomb from the Cougars center fielder. Play the 1-2. Hit in the air, deep left field. That ball is high, it is far, it is long gone off the house. Makai Moore with a go-ahead two-run shot way out of here at Miller. Pitch is a breaking ball, cut on and missed. Hard strikes out the side of the third. We head to the home half. But the first pitch to Hollander is belted in the air, deep left field. That ball is high, it is far, and it is gone. Matthew Hollander wastes no time, getting Milburn on the board here in the first inning. Thomason, handoff, has room. He's got the first down. He stays on his feet. Thomason dives. Touchdown!
First title since 2016. Phillips with numbers 3-on-1, the finish, and a 4-point Pirate lead.
Pitch is hit in the air, right field. Reed going back on it. He's still back. He's looking up, and it one hopped up against the wall. On his way to score is Harcourt. Heading to third is Sprock. He'll put the brakes on and scamper back to second base. There's a shot and a goal! Charles Giordano to put Seton Hall Prep up 2, and they're 5:37 away.
Up by 2. They have a 2-on-1. The puck is jarred free. Mendoza scores! The puck was knocked free right to the stick of Rocco Mendoza, and it's 4-1 Pirates. Glover, one-on-one with the basket. Oh, Jaden Glover! With the windmill to send this place into a frenzy. And
to the corner. Lawrence. No-look pass, and Wilcher lays it in.
Wilcher to the hole. Simeon Wilcher starting to heat up. He's got 4 points, and Roselle Catholic leads by 11.
Watson to his brother, and Tariq is fouled and hits it. They'll go to the line for 1.
They'll pick it up, the clock will move. Lawrence with Adams on him, lost his footing, gets a shot up, and he gets it to go. At the buzzer, Jamarcus Lawrence, a big first quarter for the Nebraska commit. He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it from Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. Makai touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
back here getting set for the start of the second half in our D1 Media Pro Game of the Week. And the 34-game winning streak for the Chiefs of James Caldwell in doubt as they trail 15-14 at halftime here against Cedar Grove. I'm Kevin Connolly, joined alongside my broadcast partner, Joseph Henry, as Cedar Grove makes its way back out onto the field from the halftime locker room. Joe, the combination between Cedar Grove quarterback Stephen Paradiso and wide receiver Nick Iannacone, it was strong. We knew coming into this game. It has proven strong on the field here tonight. They hooked up for 2 touchdowns in that first half for the Panthers.
Yeah, Kevin, an amazing connection. It feels like it could have been more. Had a few deep shots missed to Iannacone. Feels like they're going to try to have those back here in the second half. Very, very impressive stuff so far. Feel like they're really playing lights out on offense. Just got to hit on a few more of these deep plays.
Well, it was Caldwell who got us started on an incredible touchdown pass from about 13 yards out from quarterback Louis Anamone to Nick Mignone to kick off the scoring. And then once Cedar Grove took a lead, it was 12-7 in favor of the Panthers. First play back from Caldwell, 80 yards. Anamone found Jake Gruas, and he was off to the races.
Yeah, Kevin, because those passing plays have been so successful for this Chiefs team, it feels like they've almost forgotten their identity. We've seen them come out and just try to pass, play action, but, you know, they're doing a good job getting passing game involved, but you're also a run-first team. You have to go back to that, and especially I want to see that here on this first offensive drive after Cedar Grove gets the ball. Whether they score or they don't, you have to commit to the run. That's how they've won their football games. They're doing a good job airing it out, but we've seen some drops. We've seen some missed throws. They're not used to throwing it this much, so you can't just pull that out in the biggest game of the season.
Only one handoff to a running back in that first half for Cedar Grove. We did see Stephen Paradiso call his own number and run the football a couple of times. But, Joe, difference in the game right now is the 42-yard field goal from Cedar Grove sophomore kicker Sebastian Kovacs.
Yeah, Kevin, he's just got a crazy leg. You don't see this at the high school level. He's hitting field goals from 40-plus yards away. That's just unheard of in this area. Not sure that we're in a big kicker area, but really impressive stuff. I've loved what I've seen so far. It feels like that's a reliable tool for them. You know, Cedar Grove at the end of the half felt like maybe they were going to try to go out there and get some points, but they took the safe, conservative route, which we didn't see a whole lot of in that first half. Just ran the football, their first handoff of the game, as you just mentioned, on a 3rd and 9, punted it away. Feels like they could have maybe tried to drive into field goal range, but hey, you got a 1-point lead. You get the ball to start off here. Just drive downfield, try to get a touchdown, or a worst-case scenario, you try to hit a deep field goal.
And it could be more. A couple of head-scratching decisions from Cedar Grove on both their touchdowns. They went for 2, didn't get either, ran the same play both times. It was a jet sweep, one to the right side, and the handoff from Paradiso and Iannacone was dropped. Then they tried it to the left side, and Caldwell was ready for it. They rallied to the football and stopped Iannacone. Actually lost 3 yards on that 2-point conversion. So that's why the score is 15-14 in favor of Cedar Grove. But, Joe, this battle of unbeaten, Cedar Grove 7-0, Caldwell 6-0. It has lived up to the hype through the opening 24 minutes. We'll see what happens here in the second half. Told you Caldwell has won 34 consecutive games coming into this one. Their last loss, November 6th, 2020. It was against Cedar Grove. A 33-27 victory for the Panthers in that one. It's been 1,071 days since the last time Caldwell has lost a football game, and that streak in jeopardy here tonight after 2 quarters.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, Cedar Grove, they've come out hot. They've been playing well. Got to keep their foot on the gas, drive this one home, and try to end this extremely long streak and do it the same way that it started, with a loss against Cedar Grove.
Cedar Grove gets the football to start the 3rd quarter. Thanks for sticking with us here on a night in Cedar Grove, New Jersey, where the temperatures are in the mid-50s. There's clear skies above, and the rain that's going to hit this area tomorrow is not an issue whatsoever. It is a jam-packed crowd here in the athletic complex of Cedar Grove. Sharon Murtaugh sends it deep. High end-over-end kick. Backpedaling and fielding it inside the 5-yard line is Xavier Andujar, and he will kip it and not flip to Jackson Maurice, and it's Andujar who gets out to the 35-yard line. We've seen some trickery on kick returns from Cedar Grove tonight. This time they faked the reverse to Maurice, and Andujar is the one to keep it and get all the way out to the mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Kevin, really good job there. Gives your team some good field position to start off. Only about 13 yards away from midfield. That's a big deal, especially when you've got a kicker with a major leg. Just need a couple of first downs and you're already in scoring territory. But a big opportunity here for Paradiso in this offense. Can they come out, extend their lead, and really put the pedal down? We'll see here.
2 touchdowns and an interception for Stephen Paradiso in that first half, as he's on the field here to begin the second half. And outside of those last 2 drives, it has been all passing for Cedar Grove tonight. Paradiso, eyes downfield, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. His intended target was Jackson Maurice.
Kevin, really good coverage there, specifically by the linebackers for this Caldwell team. One thing that we noted in the last half, not a lot of pressure from this Caldwell defensive line, which is surprising because of how much talent they have, how many stats they've put off. Sacks, tackle for loss, big guys up front. They need more of that here in this half.
Paradiso, plenty of time, bomb downfield, and it's caught right on the near sideline. Jackson Maurice reels it in, deep inside Chief territory.
Kevin, amazing play there, drops back, finds his man on a deep crosser going right to left and just drops it in the bucket. Maybe a little bit late on the throw, brought the corner in for some additional tackling, but he got the completion and got it done. Very impressive.
Quick pass near side, ton of traffic there as Nick Russo brings it in and he gets knocked out of bounds.
Kevin, they love those quick little screen plays there. Didn't get a whole lot, but after a big play like that, it's worth it to just be physical, try to go forward and take this defense, take advantage of it, catch it off its heels, you know, find it out of its rhythm.
Pickup of 2 yards on the play. I have not seen Anthony Tronio return after he got injured in the first quarter of this game for Cedar Grove on defense. Also serves as a running back for the Panthers. Come to the line here on 2nd and 8. Iannacone, the man in motion. They'll throw it to him right on the sideline. It's caught. Iannacone inside the 10, and he's brought down inside the 5-yard line.
Kevin, what a route there by Iannacone. What a job there. You get to him in space, and then he finds a way to make men miss. He did that on his first touchdown play. He's got good speed. He's got good hips. He can use his body to work around defenders, catch them in their tracks there. He did that exact same thing. And look at this, not even a minute into this second half, and Paradiso in this offense already in prime scoring position.
They're on the 2. They go empty here on 1st and goal. Paradiso calls his own number, has a lane, and he's in for a touchdown. Stephen Paradiso gets it done on the ground. His 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And 57 seconds into this third quarter, Cedar Grove comes out of the locker room and puts 6 on the board. And it looks like they're going to leave the offense out there and go for 2 yet again.
Kevin, you know, this is a bold call, but I like it. You're trying to make it a 2-possession game here.
Cedar Grove is 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions here tonight. Targia, the tailback, going to throw a fade back corner, and it's broken up. Outstanding coverage by Jake Grusas on that far side as they were looking for Nick Iannacone. So Cedar Grove 0 for 3 on 2-point conversions here tonight, but they have a 7-point lead, 21-14 over Caldwell.
Kevin, what a drive. What a way to get downfield and just get it done quickly. An amazing job by Paradiso to just QB scramble right up the middle, get in there, and then also, listen, they didn't get the 2-pointer, but I like this call. You're in a situation where you feel like you want to make this a two-score game and really just start taking over this one. Now, they didn't get it. They're still up by 7. That's all that matters. Forget all the missed 2-point conversions, everything like that. Still a 1-score game. You're in the driver's seat now. Just let it up to your defense and try to play this one out.
So back to a little bit of a football score here. 21-14.
Absolutely.
We've had 12, we had 15. Cedar Grove being aggressive, going for 2. Hasn't worked out for them, but they still have a 7-point lead, 57 seconds in to this third quarter. Caldwell will get the football back as they have Grusas and Mignone back inside the 5-yard line. Kovacs has showed off his impressive leg countless times as he sends a wobbly end-over-end kick. Mignone fields it from the 1-yard line, and he will bring it out. Nick Mignone out past the 20 to the 25. Penalty flags fly as Mignone brought down at the 27.
Kevin, you can tell right now this Caldwell defense is on skates. They don't know how to stop this Cedar Grove offense. Paradiso, Iannacone just carving them up play after play after play. They can't cover the top, and they're struggling to cover the underneath stuff. Going to have to really come out here hard on offense. Punch Cedar Grove in the mouth, right up the middle. But you worry that after a score like that and all the momentum that Cedar Grove has right now, they're going to try to go for a big play through the air, maybe try to dial it up. Looks like we will have a holding call against the Chiefs here.
So it'll back them up inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. So that's where the Caldwell offense will come back out and go to work. This is a Caldwell team that has not played from behind very often over the course of these 3 years. Play action here on first down. Iannacone in trouble, throws it out to the far side, and it's caught. And staying on his feet, breaking a tackle, is Joey Marinello. He's off to the races, and he is gone for a touchdown.
Kevin, I am speechless. What a play there. Hard play action. 2 defenders in his face, and they got it done.
83 yards. First play of the second half for Caldwell. And they're an extra point away from tying this one up.
What a huge score there, Kevin. What a way to answer back. Very impressed here.
They sent Marinello out on the swing pass. He was left alone. He had one safety to beat for Cedar Grove. And the big tailback from Caldwell certainly makes him miss, as they'll bring the offensive line in and kick the extra point. How about this fireworks to start this second half?
Kevin, what a missed play there by the Cedar Grove DB. Had him in his arms around the legs, but a great job there breaking free.
Extra point is up, and it is good. 21 all here to begin the third quarter. Still 10:41 to play. Settle in, folks. We got a thrilling second half coming here from Cedar Grove. $21-all. Cedar Grove taking a 21-14 lead. Caldwell responds right back. And, Joe, this is now 2 separate occasions in this game. Cedar Grove has taken a lead, and it's only taken Caldwell 1 play to respond.
Yeah, Kevin, just a crazy sequence of events to start off this second half. Both teams just coming out, firing on all cylinders. Maybe try to slow it down a little bit if you're Cedar Grove. Don't try to take too many shots over the top. I say that, but I feel like they're going to do it anyway, and I feel like it's going to succeed because that's been the type of offense both teams have been putting out there tonight.
Now that ball will trickle out of bounds, and we'll see what Cedar Grove head coach Rob Gogarty wants to do. Saw earlier in the first half a kick out of bounds from Caldwell, and Cedar Grove made the Chiefs re-kick, and it came to backfire against Cedar Grove as they started inside their 15-yard line, but he's not going to make that decision this time. He'll start from the 35. Joe, Louis Iannacone came into this game with 4 total passing touchdowns on the season. He's already got 3 in this game with still 10:41 to go in the third quarter.
You know, Kevin, we talked about this pregame. We heard some Caldwell coaches saying, listen, we're going to have to air it out tonight. It's going to be a gun-slinging matchup, and they've absolutely had that. Iannacone has come out here firing on all cylinders. So impressed with his play so far tonight.
Paradiso to the air, looking for Russo, and threw it at his feet.
Missed opportunity there on the stop route. Had him going ahead, come back quickly, about 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 10. Paradiso again. Caldwell only rushes 3, has time over the middle. He's got his man. It's Iannacone. A stiff arm at the 40. Stays on his feet inside the 35 before he's wrestled down.
Kevin, Paradiso to Iannacone cannot be stopped. What a connection these two have. They know exactly where they're going to be. A little crossing route. The same play we saw before to start off this drive. at the beginning of this third quarter. He hit him there a little bit further on in the route that first time there, got him in stride.
34-yard line, where the Panthers will have 1st and 10.
At what point does Caldwell start trying to double Nick Iannico, and they'll have 2 men on him out on that far side as he's the only receiver to the top of your screen. They'll run another bubble. There's Maurice, and he gets stood up behind the line of scrimmage. That bubble screen hasn't worked that often tonight for Cedar Grove, and when they run it, they're running into the short side of the field.
Yeah, Kevin, we've seen that about 3 or 4 times right now. Don't believe we've seen them get any real positive yardage on these plays. Listen, it's something they like in their playbook. They're going to keep trying it out, but I feel like the defense knows when it's coming. They got film on it now. You know, can't understand why they're running it over and over. They must love the matchups.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Paradiso back to the air. Under pressure, throws across his body, and it's reeled in by Maurice. He'll be a yard shy of the line to gain, down to the 25, where it'll be 3rd and 1.
Kevin, Caldwell's defense struggling mightily right now to stop the pass. They can't rush the passer, and they can't stop these completions, so Paradiso is just having his way.
3rd down and 1. Paradiso, quick pass far side, nearly intercepted in and out of the hands of Grusas on that far end. He was looking for Iannicone.
Kevin, that's a little route we've seen before. Stop and go. You come back immediately. A little short route. Tried to get the first down with it there. Through his hands, the defender's hands, for nearly an interception. Got to throw that on the far right side.
4th down and 1 for Cedar Grove from the 25-yard line. Be about a 42-yard field goal. They'll leave their offense out there. Targia in the shotgun next to Paradiso. Caldwell showing pressure. Paradiso to the air. He's got time. Throws over the middle. Maurici's got it. Makes the man miss inside the 20-yard line. And Cedar Grove converts on 4th and 1. They pick up 6 and move the chains.
Kevin, this Caldwell defense knew exactly what was coming. Stick routes, they love it. Your receiver goes up, comes back immediately. But Paradiso is having his way with the defense. They can't stop him at all.
Paradiso responsible for all 3 Cedar Grove touchdowns. 2 through the air, 1 on the ground. Caldwell brings the blitz. Paradiso gets hit, and he throws over the head of everybody. Was looking for Russo in the back corner of the end zone.
Kevin, Paradiso's got a lot of arm talent. He really knows how to use it in the right moments there. Just overthrew that one. But he was falling away. Some pressure there in his face. Really impressed with the way he's been able to use that arm.
Favoring his left leg just a bit as he got hit on the blitz. Brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. 8:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Each team has scored a touchdown. Paradiso over the middle. Iannicone's got it inside the 10, lowers his shoulder, and he's down to the 5-yard line.
Kevin, Paradiso to Iannicone cannot be stopped. They find each other double coverage, triple coverage. It does not matter.
Iannicone marked down at the 4. Paradiso, quarterback draw, and he's going to lose a yard. Paradiso already with 1 rushing touchdown tonight, trying to make it 2, goes backwards, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 5.
Kevin, really nice tackle there from Caldwell. They feel like they need to exert some revenge. They've been taken advantage of, just thrown all over. They are not stopping anything there. Needed that one.
Empty set. Caldwell brings blitz. Quick throw over the middle. It's caught and brought down inside the 1-yard line is Nick Russo. 3rd and goal from inside the 1 coming up here for Cedar Grove.
Kevin, Paradiso, an amazing job there fighting off the blitz. Had a defender about to take him down to the ground, but got one off in the slant route on the inside from right to left. Really impressive stuff.
The ball is marked inside the 1-yard line for Cedar Grove. 2 downs to pick up 3 inches. Paradiso will go under center. Calls his own number, runs forward, and he's in! Touchdown! 2nd rushing touchdown of the night for Stephen Paradiso. And Cedar Grove back on top with 7:13 to go in the 3rd.
Kevin, Paradiso, 4 total touchdowns right now, just absolutely wreaking havoc on this defense. Cannot be stopped at all. Cannot be said enough. He's doing whatever he wants right now.
And now Cedar Grove going to get back on track for the first time tonight. Going to send the field goal unit on for the extra point. Remember, after their first touchdown, they sent the field goal unit out there for the extra point. Caldwell jumped offside. They went for 2, didn't get it, and now have had 3 straight 2-point conversions stopped. They'll send their trusty kicker, Sebastian Kovacs, on for the PAT. High snap, good hold, and a booming kick is sent right through the uprights. Cedar Grove back on top, 28-21, not even at the midway point of this third quarter.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling.
Our game of the week living up to the hype here from Cedar Grove. Kevin Connolly, Joseph Henry with you live here on D1 Media Pro. Another lead change as Cedar Grove goes back on top, 28-21. Now, Joe, this Panther defense has come up big all night in this first half. Can they finally come up with a big stop and get some breathing room, have some room to take a deep breath with a lead?
You know, Kevin, the thing about this Caldwell offense right now is they feel like they're really banking on the big play. And they've had a lot of big plays, but we've seen Paradiso and this offense do it time over, play after play, completion after completion. I'm not as confident in the Caldwell offense as I am in this Panthers offense. So I feel like Caldwell's got to really, what is their move forward going to be? They can't keep taking these deep shots because they're not really built for it. They haven't practiced it as much. And now this defense knows what will be coming, so they're going to have to run it a little bit more. I think they're going to have to try to check it down more. I'm very interested to see what their play calling looks like to start off here because it's been a back-and-forth battle to start off, but they can't keep banking on the big play.
Well, it was an 83-yard touchdown pass to Joey Marinello last time Caldwell had the football. They'll go back to the air, quick pass to the near side. It's caught. Trying to turn back upfield. That's Michael Mignone, and he'll get brought down as whistles come in, and he'll stop the clock after the play with a penalty marker down, and it's going to be an illegal contact on the defense.
Yeah, Kevin, looked like that one might be a face mask, just something wrong that they should not have done, and Cedar Grove defense not too happy to give that one up because now you're moving this offense forward.
Yeah, it looked like the official was going to originally call face mask, but then he called hands to the face and only moves it up 5 yards. But after the play, still good enough to give Caldwell a first down as they're at the 34-yard line. Louis Anamone rolling to his left, throws, got a man wide open in the secondary, and breaking free. There goes Dom Velarde, and Velarde goes to the house for a Caldwell touchdown.
Kevin, this offense, they can really throw the ball. They are slinging it downfield.
66 yards. Velarde on the touchdown reception. And these offenses both average over 35 points per game, are kicking it into gear here in the second half.
Kevin, the answer back has been amazing. Anamone never really been known to throw too much on the season. I believe that is his 4th passing touchdown of the game. Just so impressive the way this offense is transforming and evolving to help try to keep up with Paradiso and the Cedar Grove offense.
Yeah, Louis Anamone came into this game with 4 total touchdown passes on the season. He's got 4 here tonight to 4 different receivers for Caldwell, as they're an extra point away from tying this one up again at 28, and that's exactly what they do. 28 all, 6:40 to go here in the third quarter.
We have a tie game, 28-28.
It was 15-14 at halftime, Joe. Cedar Grove leading James Caldwell. Not even at the midway point here this third quarter. Caldwell has already scored 14, Cedar Grove 13.
It's insane, Kevin. I mean, the way the first half was going, you thought, all right, offenses are going to go in, try to settle down a little bit, run the football. Defense is going to lick their wounds and come out on fire. These offenses are just slinging it downfield. We are watching a shootout right now. I mean, who would have thought Caldwell, 4 different pass catchers getting touchdowns? Who would have thought, Kevin?
Maurice on the handoff from Xavier Andujar, and he gets brought down just outside the 25-yard line, down at about the 27. Here comes the Cedar Grove offense once again, Joe, as they have been firing on all cylinders. 2 touchdown drives come out at halftime.
Kevin, my question for you is, right, if you're Cedar Grove, are you keep slinging it?
Yeah,
you think you have the arm to outstrength them, that you're going to keep pushing it downfield, or you try to go with maybe a check down, run the football, slinging it? We're going full shootout?
Got to keep going. What's got you here to this point of the season? You're 7-0. Your quarterback came into this game tied for second in terms of touchdown passes on the season and 9th in the state in passing yards, and those numbers only going up here tonight. Quick pass, far side. Guess who? Iannacone. Iannacone with space. And he can't beat the last man to beat, which was Joey Marinello, who brings him down by the shoestrings after a 12-yard gain.
Kevin, this place was ready to erupt. We would have been into the stratosphere the way this place would have shook if he had broken free. That looked like he almost did. He had him by the feet, but good tackle by Caldwell.
Gets out to the 41-yard line. Finally at the midway point here of this third quarter. Both teams, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Man in motion is Nick Droge. They'll throw over the middle instead for Jackson Maurice. He makes a couple of men miss, and he gets down inside the 40-yard line for a first down and inside Caldwell territory.
Kevin, these defenses need to take a hard look in the mirror very, very fast. Everybody is open for both teams right now. This is turning into a offensive masterclass.
Back to the air. Screen pass near side for Nick Russo. Russo needs 4 Caldwell players to come down and finally tackle him. The first one there on the hit was Sean Murtaugh.
You know, Kevin, feels like the only play that has not worked right now for this Cedar Grove offense is the screen pass, and they keep going back to it.
They got a yard on that play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Out to the near sideline. There's Russo. He's caught, pushed out of bounds, just shy of the 30. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 for Cedar Grove.
Big opportunity here for this Caldwell defense to try to force a stop. It's been all offense so far, but if they can potentially stop, maybe get it back to the offense or even force a field goal, that would be massive at this point.
Iannacone, the man in motion. Paradiso flips it to Maurice. He's got a first down, stays on his feet, and is bumped out inside the 25.
Kevin, an amazing job by the Cedar Grove offense of sending men in motion. You see the receiver come with the wheel route on the left side. They don't get it to him, but they leak out a running back right behind him. So the focus was on the wheel route. The running back comes from behind. They check it down to him for the first down. So impressive here, the way they're using these men.
1st and 10 from the 22 for Cedar Grove. Caldwell brings pressure. Iannacone far side, too far for him. Starting to see Caldwell bring a couple of more blitzes here in this second half as they've been unable to get home with their front 3 and front 4 on Steven Paradiso.
Kevin, at this point in the game, I think what you have to do as a defense is pretty simple. You're struggling in coverage. They're not going to run the football, so you know it's going to be a pass. You got to send blitzers every single time because he's picking you apart in the secondary even with your standard coverage, so you might as well just try to sack him.
2nd and 10. Paradiso, plenty of time, rolling out, lost the football. Paradiso has to jump on it and falls all the way back to the Caldwell 39-yard line.
Kevin, Paradiso is a smart ball player. This point in the game, with all the momentum, you lose the football. So easy for guys to try to pick it up and make a play and keep things going, but no. He falls on it, takes the lost yardage. Very, very impressed.
Cedar Grove has to get all the way down to the 13-yard line to pick up the first down. It's 3rd and 24.
It'll bring up 3rd down for Cedar Grove.
Caldwell drops 8. Pass over the middle. There's Russo. It's caught at the 20, and he gets brought down. The football comes out. Caldwell jumps on it. Was he down? Yes, he was. Referee on the near side said Russo down by contact, so it'll stay Cedar Grove football. Russo gets inside the 20-yard line, makes it a 4th and about 7, and the field goal unit comes on for Cedar Grove.
Really awesome job by Paradiso in this offense, trying to get your team back in field goal range. Even got close to the first down marker, but then you almost lose on to it, but you hold on to it. Not sure if he was down or not, Kevin, but no replay, so looks like he had it. And then here, field goal opportunity for your kicker. Feels like this is an easy make, but who knows? Different side of the field. Wind could be different later on in the game, but this guy's got a big leg.
36-yard field goal for Sebastian Kovacs. Snap is down, kick on the way, and it's off the upright, no good. Sebastian Kovacs had plenty of leg, but he doinks it off the far upright, and the kick is no good. So the Caldwell defense stands with 3:25 to go in the third quarter, tied at 28.
Kevin, one of these teams got to stop. It's a miracle. Didn't think it would ever happen, but now Caldwell's got a chance to go out here and take the lead. They've been down since about half, and it's been tough for this defense, but you finally force it. Doesn't matter how it happens. Doesn't matter that they doink the field goal. You have a chance to take the lead here, and that's absolutely massive.
Well, the big play on that drive was Stephen Paradiso losing the football, going back to pass, and turned a 2nd and manageable into a 3rd and 24. You get a lot of those yards back, but still a lengthy field goal for Kovacs as he doinks it off the upright.
Looks like he had the leg, Kevin, just not accurate enough.
Adamone to the air on first down, keeping his eyes downfield, and he's going to go down for a sack. First sack of the evening for the Cedar Grove defense, who came into this game with 16 total sacks on the season.
Yeah, Kevin, both these teams doing a great job with sacks, interceptions, forced fumbles on the season. Not really seeing any of that so far. Obviously, Caldwell got the pick to start off here on the first drive of the game, but I feel like we got to see more defensive pressure. Defense has to start coming out here in the second half if one of these teams got to win it.
Loss of 5 yards on the play, and it brings up 2nd and 15. Adamone rolling, dumps it off, pass is complete. There's Sean Murtaugh, and he will get brought down. It'll be a 3rd down and 7. Upcoming for Caldwell, 8-yard reception for Murtaugh.
Kevin, big play coming up here. Can Caldwell get the first down? Can they keep the ball in their hands and potentially try to take the lead? If you get a first down here, I think maybe you slow it down a little bit. Run the football. That's what they're so good at. And also, this Cedar Grove defense won't be expecting it, but first and foremost, got to get the first down. We'll see what they cook up here.
They have to get to the 30-yard line to move the chains. It's a 3rd down and 6. Adamone, quick pass, far side, has a man in stride, and it's a first down. Michael Mignone on the reception.
Kevin, just a beautiful play there. A little quick slant from left to right. Classic route, ran it beautifully. Nobody home to even cover. Got close to tackle, so great pickup there in Caldwell now. Really working. Kevin, I am so impressed by the pass game for Caldwell so far.
This is a team that can throw the football. Adamone came into this game the 68% completion percentage, but he was just 37 of 54 on the season, and he hasn't thrown more than 20 passes in a game coming into this one. He's well over that number here tonight.
Very impressive. He really knows how to sling it downfield.
1.5 to go here in the third quarter. Adamone rolling out, under pressure, evades the first tackler, and then jumps out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Kevin, we know how good Paradiso is as a thrower, but listen, Adamone's doing a great job out here too, just slinging it, really feeding it to his different receivers like an amazing point guard in basketball, just feeding everybody, finding the open man. They don't have an all-star like Iannacone for Cedar Grove, but they've got a lot of different guys that can get the job done.
Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6 upcoming for Caldwell. Clock stopped, 1:22 to go here in the third quarter. 28 all. 2 unbeaten teams. Certainly looking the part of teams that are going to make a deep run in their respective section and group playoffs.
Absolutely, Kevin.
But history on the line for Caldwell. They've won 34 consecutive games coming into tonight's matchup. Anamone back to the air, over the middle, and he throws it at the feet of Dom Velarde.
Kevin, that's where reps come into it. You know, he's not used to throwing the ball as much. Had an open man way open downfield, would have been a first down and more, probably 20, 25 yards there. Just missed him. You know, you need those reps. He's not used to throwing it this much in a game. He's not used to all the arm strength he's having to put in. Very, very talented, but this is such a different game that we've seen them play. Really a dual offense between this game and everything else they've done so far this season.
So 3rd and 6. Caldwell at their own 38-yard line, trying to take advantage of the Cedar Grove missed field goal. Marinello motioned out. Anamone looking near side, directing traffic, throws a bomb downfield, and it's too far for Michael Mignone.
Kevin, you could see him trying to get him downfield. He had him wide open. Little seam route, he stopped. You send him, go, full speed ahead. Had guys past him. Anamone had defenders in his face, just couldn't deliver that one all the way downfield like he wanted to.
Ben DeCaria on the coverage for Cedar Grove, and Caldwell will send the punt team out with 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Jackson Maurice back deep to receive the punt from Sean Murtaugh. Low snap, no pressure. Murtaugh gets it away. High spiraling kick at Maurice Fields inside the 25-yard line, makes 2 men miss. Maurice on his feet, he's got daylight. Maurice with blockers out in front. Penalty flag flies back behind the play as Marinello drags down Maurice inside the Caldwell 25, but a flag thrown back at the Cedar Grove 42. And it's going to be a block in the back on Cedar Grove. So wipe away the great return from Jackson Maurice because of the block in the back on the Panthers. And now they'll go back to their own 32-yard line where they'll start this drive.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, obviously you hate to have that happen. Feels bad, but block in the back, probably the reason why they got such a big gain there.
So after both teams score touchdowns on their first 2 drives of the second half, a missed field goal for Cedar Grove and a punt for Caldwell, as this game still tied at 28, under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Kevin, that missed field goal by the Cedar Grove team feels like that's not going to happen again. They're used to scoring.
Pass over the middle, wide open. It's the running back, Gianluca Targia. Targia makes a man miss. He's inside Caldwell territory, past the 45-yard line.
Kevin, Caldwell not being able to capitalize on that missed field goal could pay dividends for this Cedar Grove team. They are just so good offensively, just cutting through the defense right now.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage is Paradiso. Maurice comes in motion, and flags fly that whistle the play dead, and it's going to be a false start on Cedar Grove.
Kevin, when you're going to hurry up, trying to move everybody around with these tricky plays, interesting play designs, moving men around, that's bound to happen. But, you know, they've really bounced back from these penalties. Really, really impressed. This Cedar Grove team is playing amazing offense. And, Kevin, I feel like they've only run the ball 1 or 2 times, but you don't have to when you're throwing the ball this well.
Cedar Grove doesn't have to take a snap in this 3rd quarter if they don't want to. Clock running ahead of this 1st and 15 with the ball on the Caldwell 49. Empty set again for Paradiso. Screen pass for Russo, and he can't reel it in.
Kevin, you know, that play design right there, a low screen pass. He takes the snap, spins around, looks for the receiver on the right side. Not necessary there. You don't have to spin when there's nobody even close to you because this defensive line isn't getting any pressure at all.
So 9 seconds left here in the 3rd on a 2nd and 15. Offense checks the sideline for Rob Gogarty's instructions. Paradiso, deep drop, plenty of time. Ball's batted and intercepted. Caldwell forces a turnover, and they're going to go to the house. Julian Casal, a pick 6 to end the 3rd quarter for Caldwell.
Kevin, Julian Casal, a playmaker, has been silent all game long. Caldwell has been torn up, cut up. Not that time. A pick six, absolutely massive here.
A Caldwell team that came into this game with 8 interceptions. Half of them have been run back for touchdowns. And now Julian Casal, the 5th pick six of the season for Caldwell, puts them on top on the final play of the third quarter. Got his hands up, deflected the Paradiso pass. And the concentration to catch and the nimbleness to return it to the house, 51 yards for a touchdown.
Kevin Caldwell absolutely needed this. What a play there. You know, the offense couldn't get the lead, but the defense does. So impressive, especially by the big man. Like you said, the concentration, the speed.
5th different touchdown score of the night for Caldwell as the extra point is up and good. That's going to do it for the third quarter here in Cedar Grove. What an ending to the third. James Caldwell 35, Cedar Grove 28. 12 minutes left to play in regulation. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter here in Cedar Grove. A wild ending to the third quarter. 51-yard pick six from Julian Casal to put Caldwell back on top. First lead the Chiefs have held since midway through the second quarter. As Cedar Grove will get the football back as that kick will travel through the end zone for a touchback. Joe, how does Steven Paradiso in this Panther offense respond after a pick six? His second interception of the game now has the Panthers trailing.
You know, Kevin, there's a saying I've heard before. Be a goldfish, because a goldfish has a 5-second memory. That's what Paradiso's got to do right now. Kevin, outside of these 2 passes that have been really bad on both interceptions, and maybe one before the pick that was also into double coverage, Paradiso has been lights out, absolutely on fire, just cutting up this defense. He's got to keep doing what he's got to be doing. He's making the right decisions. He's making the right reads. Just 2 bad throws ended up being interception. But, hey, you're still down by 1 score. Fourth quarter, biggest game of the season. Just get it done.
Came into this game 3 interceptions on the year. He's thrown 2 here tonight. And they'll go to the air on first down. Plenty of time, and he's sacked. First sack of the evening for this Caldwell defensive line. And it's Anthony Capaldo, and the helmet came off of Steven Paradiso during that sack, so he has to come off the field for a play. So the backup sophomore quarterback, Pierce Alsfog, is going to have to come on for at least 1 play here for Cedar Grove.
Kevin, I can tell you, he did not expect to play tonight.
And he's going to throw. He's under pressure, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Sean Murtaugh on the coverage for Caldwell. And now a 3rd down and 18 for Cedar Grove. Adversity striking the Panthers here their last 2 drives. Paradiso trying to pick up 18. He's got room. Rolling out, directing traffic, throws, and it's intercepted. Picked off again by Caldwell. Michael Mignone. The Caldwell defense picks off Paradiso for the 3rd time tonight. And Michael Mignone has the Chiefs at the 15-yard line with 11:22 to go in the fourth.
Kevin, this Caldwell defense is coming alive. 3 interceptions off of Paradiso coming into this game. He had 3 on the season. What a job here by Caldwell, just reading the defense, and Paradiso just, forcing things, uncomfortable, not looking too good out there, Kevin. He's got to take a deep breath and calm down, but now this Panthers defense has to step up. You cannot allow this Caldwell offense to get another score and go down by 2 scores.
Second interception of the season for Michael Mignone. And Caldwell now looking to take its largest lead of the game. Nick Mignone, Michael Mignone, and Julian Casal, the interceptions tonight for the Caldwell defense. As they'll go to the ground here on first down, they'll go to their trusty tailback in Joey Marinello, who picks up 5 yards.
Kevin, this is a classic example of now it's time for Caldwell to really get their offense going. You're up by a touchdown. 11 minutes left in this game. Run the football, run the rock. You got to win in the trenches. They've been doing that so far on the offensive end, dropping back deep passes, haven't really been sacked or anything like that. Huge opportunity here to go up by 2 scores. You have to get it done. Your defense is feeding you the ball. You have to capitalize on the turnovers.
And Caldwell in no rush with under 11 minutes left here in regulation, trying to go up by 2 scores. Taking it himself, it's Anamone in for a touchdown. 2 plays after the interception, Louis Anamone takes it in himself for 6.
Kevin, Anamone has been fantastic all night long. Amazing plays in the air, on the ground. Cannot talk enough about him stepping up as a playmaker, and this one carrying the team, the defense feeding him the ball, and he's saying, listen, I got you. Let's get into the end zone.
7th rushing touchdown of the season for Anamone. Caldwell, 6 different players have scored touchdowns here tonight, and an extra point away from a 14-point lead. Caldwell has not led tonight by more than 1 possession. They do right now. And now they have a 14-point lead. 42-28. Boy, has this game turned in the last 2 minutes. Caldwell trying to close in on their 35th consecutive victory.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Cedar Grove getting the football back. Their head coach, Rob Goggerty, he has been furious at the officials for the last couple of drives. Again, during that break, he was going after the referee. Surprised he hasn't gotten a flag yet. But Caldwell will send it back for Cedar Grove, who now trails by 14. And Duhar will keep it, try and flip the field. He gets outside the 10-yard line and is pushed out of bounds, able to tiptoe the sideline, got around the 20-yard line. So not a bad return for Xavier Andujar, considering he had to run a long way to get out to the 20-yard line. And, Joe, it's obvious. I mean, Cedar Grove likes to throw the football, but now in passing situations, 10:24 left, down by 14.
Yeah, Kevin, you got to be careful here. Listen, back-to-back awful drives ended by interceptions by Paradiso. Missed opportunities. Listen, you got to tone it down with the deep plays across the middle of the field. Get it to your playmakers and short. Get it to Iannacone. That's what you need to have happen right now.
Well, it's still a lot of time in this football game, too, about 10.5 minutes. Quick pass here on first down. It's caught. There's Russo, and he gets out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Yeah, Kevin, little short completions, get Paradiso back in his rhythm. Listen, he's a tough quarterback. He knows what he's got to do, but this game is totally still winnable. Down by 14, 10-20 left at home. You got the fans on your side. Just got to get it done.
7-0 record for Cedar Grove. That pass over the middle, that's complete First reception of the night for Nick Droge.
Really impressive stuff there, Kevin. This is what we talked about. Little stick routes. You go up, turn back, get the completion, move on. This is what they're doing. Got to move downfield. And listen, once you get that confidence back up, you take a deep shot. Maybe do a little play action. Don't think anybody's going to fake on it, but it still offers the opportunity of a run.
First and 10 from the 34 with 10 minutes left to play here in the fourth. 3 interceptions on the night for Paradiso. Came into the game with 3 interceptions on the season. Wide open over the middle, and the pass was just behind Maurice, and he couldn't reel it in and went off his hands.
Yeah, Kevin, pass right behind him, but you got to bring that in if you're a receiver. Absolutely need that one. Had a whole lot of open space, too, on the crossing route from right to left.
Oh, it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 and stop the clock with 9:46 to go here in the fourth. "21 straight points scored by Caldwell. Droge on the reception again. Gets out to the 39. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Cedar Grove led this game 28-21 early in the third quarter.
Yeah, Kevin, it's just been domination by Caldwell right at the end of that third quarter and since the fourth quarter has started. But listen, Paradiso driving the team downfield. Got to get a touchdown here and got to do it with some time left.
3rd down and 4. Paradiso throws over the middle. It's the running back once again, Gianluca Targia, who gets out to midfield and is wrestled down inside Caldwell territory.
Kevin, when you have a quarterback like Paradiso with the arm strength and also the intelligence that he has, he can take the top off or check it down. Right now, they're giving him all the check downs and they are moving downfield. But you got to worry about time. Not yet, but it could be coming up in the near future. Only 8 minutes and change left.
Over the middle, Iannacone makes a move at the 40, makes the first man miss. Iannacone still on his feet, and he's brought down from behind, inside the 35, down to the 34.
Kevin, Iannacone getting involved. Now you're heating up. Maybe you want to take a deep shot now.
13 yards on the play. Brings the ball down to the...
Both teams with the full complement of their timeouts. Paradiso, deep drop. All the time in the world. Flips it out to the near side. Penalty flags fly in the secondary. Droge on the reception. Only picked up a couple of yards, but we're going to have to check the flag. It's going to be a personal foul, face mask on Caldwell. So it'll give Cedar Grove a free 15 yards and a fresh set of downs where it'll be 1st and 10.
Kevin Caldwell's been playing tough defense this entire second half there. A little bit too tough there with the face mask. Couldn't get away with it. The refs caught you. And now Paradiso in prime territory. We saw on the deep drop back there that he wanted a big play. Didn't have it. The defense still playing high shell safety coverage. Gonna have to check it down, dink and dunk.
Down to the 17-yard line for Cedar Grove. Paradiso, quick pass for Russo, but too far for him to reel in.
Kevin, a little stack out route there. Got 2 receivers going out to the left side. One about 5 yards, one about 10 yards. Targeted the 10-man. Couldn't get him the ball.
2nd down and 10. 4 down territory here for Cedar Grove with under 8.5 to play. Trying to make it a 1-possession game again. Four receivers to the near side. Russo, the man to the far side. Pass for Droge is caught inside the 20-yard line, but he's not going to get much. He just had a fight to get back to the line of scrimmage, and again, those bubble screens not working here for Cedar Grove.
Yeah, Kevin, they've tried that play a lot, and it hasn't worked at all. So maybe time to rethink that one.
3rd down and 10. They have to get inside the 10-yard line to move the chains. Iannacone, the lone receiver, split out to the near side. Paradiso looks that way. Iannacone incomplete. Again, he catches it, but cannot get a foot down in bounds.
Yeah, Kevin, we're seeing a lot of athletic catches by Iannacone here, but could not get that one in bounds.
Well, here you go. 4th and 10 for Cedar Grove. 7:48 to go. Ball's at the 17-yard line. Call it the 18. They have to get inside the 8-yard line to move the chains. Cedar Grove has done so well with crossing patterns here tonight. What will they go to on 4th down? And whistles come in, blow the play dead before the snap. And is it a timeout or a false start? Referee on the far side says timeout Caldwell. Head official says timeout, or saying a penalty. The timeout was motioned to Cedar Grove, so they're going to pick up the flag and call a timeout for Caldwell. So Chiefs call timeout ahead of a massive 4th down. Cedar Grove trying to keep their hopes alive at ending Caldwell's 34-game winning streak.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
4th down and 10 for Cedar Grove at the 18-yard line. Timeout called by Caldwell, 2 remaining. Cedar Grove still with 3 timeouts, Joe, but the way Caldwell has moved the football here in this second half, you don't want to say this is the game, but it could be.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, 7:48 here. Caldwell's bread and butter is running the football. If they get the ball back, they're going to do just that.
Paradiso in the shotgun, 4 wide out set. Deep drop Paradiso. He's under pressure, rolling out, has to get rid of it. He does. A penalty flag flies in the secondary as the pass fell incomplete. Flag thrown at the 10-yard line, and it's going to be a hold on Caldwell.
Kevin, a massive, massive mess up there by Caldwell. You had them, but the hold is absolutely a drive killer right there for this defense.
So it won't be an automatic 1st down. It'll be a 5-yard holding call, and now it brings up 4th down and 5 for Cedar Grove. Or actually, it'll be half the distance of the goal on a 10-yard penalty, and it brings up a 4th and 1. So Cedar Grove needs a yard to move the chains. Paradiso to the air, under pressure, flips it out, intercepted on the near sideline. 4th interception of the game for the Caldwell defense. This one goes to Sean Murtaugh.
Kevin, this Caldwell defense had their bell called, and they answered the call. Amazing stuff here this second half. 3 interceptions, just so impressive, taking down this amazing offense.
3rd straight drive for Cedar Grove that ends in an interception. Caldwell defense that has intercepted teams 8 times coming into this game. They have 4 here tonight against one of the most prolific passers in New Jersey in Stephen Paradiso. And now the offense of the Chiefs back out on the field with a chance to burn these final 7 minutes and 34 seconds off the clock. Caldwell knew they were in for a dogfight. They've gotten all they could handle and then some through 3.5 quarters. But they are now starting to flex their muscles here in the final minutes of this one, and their defense is the one that stood up.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, what it feels like here is that this Caldwell defense knew we can't stop them. So our only chance is a turnover. So you see them jumping routes, trying to get in front of receivers, and that's going to give up the big play potentially. And they have done that throughout this entire game, giving up big plays, missed tackles. But you say, listen, we can't stop them in coverage. Our man-to-man zone, whatever it is, it's not working. So the only thing we can do is try to get turnovers. They've done that all season long, and they've done it here in the second half. 3 interceptions.
Gain of 3 for Joey Marinello on 1st down. And Amon takes it himself as flags fly that blow the play dead before the snap. It's going to be a false start on Caldwell.
Kevin Caldwell in a perfect situation now. Up by 2 scores, 6:40 left and counting. You run the football here. That's what they love to do. Their defense has been playing lights out, so even if you can't get a 1st down, you feel okay punting it back as long as you can melt this clock a little bit.
2nd down and 12 after the false start. Clock still moving. Cedar Grove still with all 3 timeouts. Play clock winding down here for Caldwell. 6 different touchdown scores on the game. And Amon is going to throw. Now he'll run, steps up in the pocket, and he gets brought down right at the original line of scrimmage by Bobby Kelly, who had a strong first half but has been quiet here in the second.
Yeah, Kevin, I mean, both defenses have really been quiet this entire game, just getting ripped through. I mean, all the interceptions and turnovers caused by this Caldwell defense in the second half. But for Cedar Grove, not much to talk about here. A few sacks here and there, but nothing special.
Well, 3rd down and 10 for Caldwell. Under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 3 timeouts still for the Panthers. A must stop here on 3rd down. They want a chance to try and come back. Adamone calls his own number, runs over the middle, has to get out past the 30-yard line. He's not going to come close as he's brought down at the 25. Referees will whistle him down by contact.
Kevin, that's the right play call right there. You want to keep this clock moving. You want to have a chance for the first down, obviously not close at all, but listen, you're going to punt this one away. You're going to be under 5 minutes left. I think you're feeling pretty good if you're the Caldwell defense, but at the other chance, you're thinking, hey, if you're a Cedar Grove fan or even the quarterback, Paradiso, you still have a chance. You got 3 timeouts, I believe. I don't think they've burned any yet, and you got ample time, so you just got to make quick work of it. If you get a big score, you're right back in this one.
4 yards on the carry from Adamone, and now a timeout will be called by Caldwell before they punt. 4:48 to go here in the fourth. Cedar Grove going to get the football back, trailing by 14. Caldwell calls timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining. 4:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. And Caldwell has 21 unanswered points. They trailed midway through the third quarter, 28-21. They now lead 42-28. Large part of that, their defense. Last 3 times they've been on the field, they have intercepted Stephen Paradiso.
Kevin, this Cedar Grove offense looked unstoppable for most of the game, but back-to-back-to-back interceptions. That's going to kill you.
Caldwell will punt it away. Dangerous punt there by Murtaugh as it'll bounce dead right around the 50-yard line. 4:38 left, down by 14. All 3 of their timeouts left, and the Cedar Grove offense set to take the field once again.
Big opportunity here, Kevin. Paradiso just got to forget about those last 3 drives. It doesn't matter now. If you get the win, nobody's going to remember that. The only thing that matters is moving this ball downfield and trying to get it into the end zone with enough time left that you can try to get a stop and another score. You got to think about this as a one-play game. Got to make it happen, but you can't get 14 points all at once. You got to move it down slowly, slowly, slowly. Get that touchdown when it feels right.
Cedar Grove has not scored in this fourth quarter. Paradiso to the air. Plenty of time, throws over the middle, and it's broken up. He was looking for Russo, and Joey Marinello put his helmet on the football.
Kevin, not a huge fan of what Cedar Grove's doing right now. Big step drop backs, looking across the middle of the field, trying to force something in. They have their schemes, they have their quick things, their checkdowns, their deep throws. You have to be organized with it. You can't be forcing Paradiso to drop back and try to scan the field for too long after he's thrown 3 interceptions.
Back to the air, over the middle, Iannacone, and it was a fastball thrown at his knees that he couldn't reel in.
Kevin, the opportunities are slipping away for Cedar Grove. They got to find a way to get the first down fast. You got 2 plays for it because you got to go for it on 4th.
It'll be 3rd down and 10 from the Caldwell 47-yard line. 4:29 left to play here in the fourth quarter. This Caldwell defense has stood tall when it's needed to in this second half. Three-man rush. Paradiso under pressure, and he's going to go down for a sack. Back at the 35-yard line. And perhaps the white flag being waved from Cedar Grove as the punt team's going to come out.
Kevin, this Caldwell defense has come out with their heads on fire in this second half. They've done everything they had to, forcing turnovers, stopping them, sacking, everything you could think of, they have done it. What a game here, specifically the second half by Caldwell, especially this Caldwell defense.
Andrew Fonseca on the sack for Caldwell. Dom Mignone hustling back as Paradiso's punt will bounce inside the 30. It'll take a Cedar Grove bounce inside the 25, and it'll be touchdown there with 3:30 to play. But, Joe, that seemed like the white flag going up from the Cedar Grove sideline, and head coach Rob Goggerty not going for it on 4th and forever, down by 14.
Kevin, listen, we'll say whatever we want, but you got to go for it in that spot. It's the last play of the game, essentially. Who cares if you don't get it? You're not going to get it here. You know they're going to be running the football up the middle, 2 hands on the football. You really think you can force a fumble on a team that has scored so much and ran the ball so many times this season?
The only other option, at least in my opinion, outside of a turnover now, is you stop them 3 times, call timeout, get the punt, score quickly, onside kick, and then score quickly.
That's not happening,
scores
Kevin.
Quickly again. That's the only thing I can think of outside of forcing a turnover. Louis Anamone takes it himself. Hole opens. Anamone up the far sideline, and he'll be brought down at midfield.
Kevin, you have to go for it on 4th. And frankly, I don't get the call. Maybe you're trying to save your guys some embarrassment because your defense hasn't really shown that you can get the stops needed. And look at that play right there, a huge chunk play. Really, really tough second half here by Cedar Grove.
They had a 28-21 lead. They scored on their first 2 drives coming out of halftime. But Caldwell has answered every single time, and in this 4th quarter, their defense has been the star of the show.
Kevin, it feels like so long Cedar Grove was playing a perfect game offensively, barring the first interception from Paradiso. But in this second half, specifically the last few minutes of that 3rd quarter and this entire 4th quarter, things have gone from bad to awful.
Handoff, Marinello, right up the middle. He's got a first down inside the 40-yard line. But a penalty flag is thrown back near the line of scrimmage. There's going to be an illegal shift on Caldwell. So legal shift called against the Chiefs. It'll back them up 5 yards. Be 1st and 15. Back at the Caldwell 35-yard line.
Kevin, gotta wonder what's going through Paradiso's head right now. Seemed like Cedar Grove had the ball, the game in their hands, but just slipped away here in this 4th quarter.
So clock still running after the penalty. Under 2.5 to play. Cedar Grove is going to drop to 7-1 on the season, while Caldwell will improve to 7-0. It'll be the 3rd straight victory Caldwell has against the Panthers and their 35th game in a row, as now we will get a timeout called by Caldwell. That'll be their 3rd and final timeout with 2:08 remaining here in the 4th. We'll take another break here on D1 Media Pro and wrap this game up when we return.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah, I had to elevate. I'm way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling.
2:08 to go here in the 4th. Caldwell going to win their 35th game in a row and push their record to 7-0 on the season here in an out-of-division matchup against Cedar Grove. 2 unbeatens come in, Joe. 1 will leave unbeaten, and it's a team that has won 34 straight coming into this one.
Yeah, Kevin, what a thriller. I mean, the final score might not show it as that one's bobbled, but they hold on to it, thankfully, as that could have been a big play. But a lot of missed opportunities here by Cedar Grove in the second half. Really not the finish that people would have expected. I think just really an offensive collapse, but an amazing job by this Caldwell defense.
Timeout called by Cedar Grove after tackle for loss on the play from Bobby Kelly. Loses a yard for the Chiefs. Will come with 2 minutes left to play here in the fourth. Cedar Grove with 2 timeouts remaining. Caldwell with none.
Kevin, I don't get calling timeouts here.
Well, they're trying to get the football back and hope for a miracle. Both these teams back in action next week. Cedar Grove will remain home in their regular season finale as they take on Hoboken on Friday night at 7 o'clock. Also the regular season finale for Caldwell as they host Mountain Lakes on Friday at 7 o'clock as well. And then the week after, the postseason starts for public schools around New Jersey. Hard to believe, already near time for the postseason in New Jersey high school football. Non-publics still have a couple of more weeks of the regular season, and their postseason will begin that first weekend in November. 2 minutes left to play here in this one. Louis Anamone calls his own number, and he gets inside Cedar Grove territory, and the Panthers will burn their second timeout as it'll be a 3rd down and 9 upcoming for Caldwell with 1:55 to go in the game. So one last hope here for Cedar Grove. If you stop Caldwell, you'll call another timeout and get the ball back on a punt. And then you're going to need everything to go right to try and come back and tie or perhaps win or take the lead in this one.
Yeah, Kevin, it would take a lot. It would probably take a miracle here. But in high school football, stranger things have happened with these high school kids. Who knows what could happen, especially if you get some momentum on your side. But, Paradiso and the Cedar Grove offense, if they get another chance, got to end on a good note. Even if you can't get an onside kick, anything like that, just try to end going with a better sense, because you start off so hot here. You're absolutely on fire, tearing through this defense, and just a collapse in this fourth quarter.
The pick six to end the third quarter really flipped this game. It was 28-28, and a 51-yard pick six from Julian Casal put Caldwell on top. They have not looked back since. They run it here on 3rd and 9. They pick up a couple of yards, and another timeout is called from Cedar Grove. So both teams out of timeouts. Would imagine Caldwell will punt here on a 4th and 7 with 1:49 to go.
Yeah, and Kevin, 3 timeouts. Looks like Cedar Grove's going to have another chance offensively. We'll see what they pull out, but definitely an interesting call before to punt on the 4th down. It was 4th and forever, but you still had a chance if you converted on it to really get the win here. But now Cedar Grove still got another chance. It's going to take a lot, though. It's going to take a miracle. And first, you got to piece together a good offensive drive, just trying not to turn it over.
It was this drive, the big run from the quarterback, Louis Anamone, that put Caldwell at midfield. Cedar Grove finally using their timeouts, and they used them wisely. They'll get the football back here with under 2 minutes left to play. You would imagine they're going to sell out now to try and block the punt, as the only man they're going to put back is Jackson Maurice.
Yeah, and Maurice has been really deadly. Had a few block in the back calls, but he's got so much speed and velocity and quickness and shiftiness. Who knows what he can do if he gets some open space.
This has been a long game, going on nearly 3 hours, but it's been a fun one as Murtaugh able to get a high, good spiraling punt that brings Maurice all the way back inside the 10-yard line, and he has to call for a fair catch at the 8. So 1:43 to play. Cedar Grove offense come back out onto the field.
Big opportunity here for Paradiso in this offense. Even if they can't win it, just trying to get closer and maybe end on a good note going into next week.
2 touchdown passes for Paradiso, 2 touchdown rushes as well. But he's going to want those interceptions back. Has 4 turnovers. As he'll go to the air here on 1st down. Under pressure, rolling out. Now he'll try and run. Able to get to him in the middle of the field. And he'll get out to the 15-yard line where he starts his slide, and they'll spot him down. Clock still running. No timeouts left for either team. Maurice hustles back to the line of scrimmage. Paradiso throws over the middle. There's Maurice. It's caught. He's got a 1st down. And he gets brought down just shy of the 25. Clock will stop for the chains to reset.
Tackle on the play by number 33.
Gonna have to start airing it out downfield here, Kevin.
Maurice, last to get lined up on that far side. A minute to go here in the fourth quarter. All day for Paradiso. Ton of room in front of him. He'll tuck it and run. He'll slide down. We'll see where they mark it. It'll be a yard shy of the first down, so the clock will still run with 50 seconds to play. 2nd down and 1 as Cedar Grove comes to the line of scrimmage. Paradiso again. Caldwell only rushing 3. Directing traffic, rolling out, throws, and it's short. Was looking for Iannacone, and much like this Cedar Grove offense, Joe, he was a star through the first 3 quarters. Very quiet here in the fourth.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, Iannacone was just tearing them up like an elite wide receiver and just weapon in general, but end of the third, fourth quarter, he's been silent. Don't know if he's had the ball at all, maybe 1 or 2 small catches, but such a deep threat. I guess they started double-teaming him. Amazing adjustments by Caldwell's defense here.
Oh, throw a screen pass out to him here, and he drops it. Just never looked it into his hands. Bounced right off of him. And now 4th and 1 upcoming for Cedar Grove.
Kevin, 31 seconds left. Need a miracle here.
So 4th down and 1.
Bring up 4th down and 1 for Cedar Grove.
Cedar Grove 30 seconds away from its first loss of the season. Russo drops that one. Concentration has gone out the window for Cedar Grove here in this fourth quarter. 2 of their top receivers dropping screen passes on 3rd and 4th and 1. And now victory formation time for the Caldwell Chiefs as they're going to improve to 7-0 on the season and win their 35th consecutive game.
Kevin, what a job here by Caldwell. You know, we were going back and forth. Who's the better team? Who's going to win this one? Caldwell, the complete team. They can run the football. They can throw it, and they can defend it. They can turn it over. They can stop the quarterback. So impressed with this Caldwell team. Truly deserves to be undefeated here after this one.
It was not easy for Caldwell. They trailed 15-14 at halftime. But their defense comes out in the fourth quarter, gives their team the lead, and they rely on the boys on defense to will them to a victory. Knee is taken by Anamone. These teams put on a show here tonight. Both were unbeaten coming into this one. It'll be Caldwell who goes back to their school with an unbeaten record, 7-0, and with a 35th consecutive victory with their 42-28 victory over Cedar Grove here tonight.
Yeah, Kevin, what a game. I mean, it was a lot of fun from start to finish, back and forth, a shootout in that third quarter. I feel like we've seen things from this Caldwell offense that we didn't know they could do. We didn't know if they could throw the football, but I think they proved to everybody in the state tonight that they can, and they've got one of the most high-powered offenses in the state. Amazing stuff. I feel like they almost have the potential to be ranked here after this performance, just so dominating on offense and on defense. And, you know, Kevin, for Cedar Grove, nobody denies how explosive this offense can be and how efficient and how quick, but you have to add the run game. Part of the reason why they ended up losing this was no clock management, no time. You know, you take the lead, but you can't always rely on the deep play. Got to run the football. And just really impressive stuff from start to finish in Caldwell. You know, defense wins championships, Kevin, and they won the game here tonight.
Well, it was their defense, and Julian Casal, his pick 6 on the final play of the third quarter, ended up being the game winner. For my broadcast partner, Joseph Henry, I'm Kevin Connolly. That's going to do it for us here from a Friday night in Cedar Grove. Once again, your final score, Caldwell 42, Cedar Grove 28. The Chiefs improve to 7-0 on the season and win their 35th consecutive game.
He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it from Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McIntyre touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it from Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McIntyre touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
He's going to take